I was going briefly to like be like, oh, it's our big finale of the first game. I should host this on my channel. And I was like, actually, I don't know if I want people to walk in and if they're gonna see exactly one scene from Trails in the Sky.
Yeah, if this is your first episode, this isn't a good one.
No.
That's
why I put finale in the stream title tonight, because I doubt on any given night a lot of new people come in, but yeah, no, this is not a good one to start on if you haven't watched anything until now.
So, did you go through the dungeon off screen?
I did, yes.
Okay.
It did not take as long as I thought, actually. The second half of the dungeon actually has much less annoying enemies. You lose the arts canceling guys. So I was able to blow through it a lot faster. I got all the items. Everyone's at level 40. I got the quartz loadouts all set up, so we are ready to just walk into the final boss room.
Hell yeah.
Speaking of, I'll give a quick recap of what happened last time. Last time, we broke into Grand Salt Castle with the help of several people. One team, Joshua, Olivier, and Zin, went through the sewers and snuck in through a secret passage, while Estelle, Chloe, and Sherazard stole the Intelligence Division's airship, landed it on the terrace, and just burst straight into the keep. We beat up Captain Amalthea and the Duke's guards. It was so nice we did it twice. We beat up the Duke's guards, and we had a very tense little standoff with Second Lieutenant Lawrence, who seems to be by far way more competent than any of the other bad guys. We technically won the fight, but not really. And he jumped off a balcony and fucking vanished like a maniac. But we got the queen back, but it turns out Colonel Richard, what he's actually been after is an ancient artifact or treasure or device of some kind called the Aureole, the Shining Ring, that is theoretically somewhere in these ruins beneath Grand Salt Castle. So we've pursued him down there. Somehow Captain Amalthea got ahead of us and got down there again, and so we beat her up a second time. And along with about 10,000 robots. And now we are at the very end of this labyrinthine underground complex, and the time has finally come for us to confront Colonel Richard and put an end to his vile machinations once and for all.
Hell yeah.
Get him.
You can never trust Richard.
You can never trust Richard.
I do love this leitmotif of Endgame.
Hey, check it out! Something about this spot feels different from the other areas.
I feel it. It's like some kind of massive energy flow.
Oh.
Yeah, you are now extremely
You
quiet,
are
Mo.
very quiet.
Sorry.
This is probably our last stop. Let's go over everything and make sure we're ready before we go inside, Aaron.
Well, last time on Trails in the Sky.
Yeah, so we can check in real quick. Everyone got to level 40. Everyone has their ultimate weapon. Well, not their ultimate weapon. That's the one you have to do a dumb side quest of collecting 13 volumes of a book for. But everyone has the weapon that you find for them in this dungeon, and the armor and their nice shoes. And everyone has accessories to counter Death Blow, because it seems like that's the only status effect the boss has. He has minions that cast an art that do that. We'll find out if that's actually correct, or if the guides just didn't bother mentioning what status ailments to fix yourself against. Ooh, I'm glad I checked this, because I need to change this quartz back. Yeah, so Estelle I have kitted primarily for physical offense now. Joshua, of course, is still physical. Olivier and Chloe are on arts duty. And yeah, I think we should have a pretty balanced comp for this final battle.
Yeah, I remember getting to this final battle end game and being like, I haven't really used Earthwall this whole game. Let's start doing that. And then I think I might have aced it.
It's like, bruh.
Such is the price of turning my nose up at arts for an entire game.
Hey guys! I figured you'd show up. In fact, I couldn't see any scenario in which you would do otherwise.
Colonel Richard, at the Queen's request, we're here to put a stop to your plan.
It doesn't look like the gospel's working yet. We may still have time if we act now. I'm afraid not.
Why not? What is this aureole thing in the first place? Why is getting it so important to you?
Oh, he's gonna monologue.
Long ago, the ancients were granted the power of the Septarians, heavenly treasures which could control the ground, sea, and sky. One of these treasures was the aureole, the shining ring. If it's true that it really existed and was no mere myth, do you realize what it could mean for the country? Can you even begin to comprehend?
Or the country? You're talking about using these ancient weapons to intimidate other countries. That must be it.
Everywhere I go, this shit.
As you are no doubt aware, Liberl is lacking in political power among our neighboring nations. We have only a fifth of Calvard's population, and we don't even have an eighth of Erebonia's military capacity. Our sole superior aspect is our technology, and that will not last. We need some form of real strength to avoid any chance of another invasion attempt.
That doesn't mean we should count on some weirdo ancient weapon thingy. What about the outcome of the war 10 years ago?
That happened because we had Cassius Bright with us. But he has left the military. The country's great champion is gone. And so, the only ones who may enact miracles are the goddess herself and the hero beloved by her. That is why I established the Intelligence Division. It seems that information is our last bastion of protection against our enemies. But in order to make the Intelligence Division as effective as possible, I've searched all over Liberl to find some sort of decisive strength. Something that would invoke another miracle, should disaster strike the nation again.
And this is your miracle?
Of course. Can you imagine any greater miracle than this? Look at it! It's like floating around and spinning and shit.
It looks like the end of Sonic Adventure 2, and that went great.
Yeah.
Well, we're bracers, so protecting what's important is our job. But that doesn't mean being so powerful that everyone else is cowed into submission. The greatest miracle of all is when people band together and fight to protect what they love.
Nonsense.
My dad's just one man. He didn't beat the Imperial Army on his own.
Again, nonsense. You should have seen that shit. It was frankly ridiculous. I felt insulted, to be quite honest with you.
It took a lot of people working like crazy together to protect the country. And it's the work of all of those people that brought the war to an end. Weren't you one of those people?
I tried. Like, really, I tried. But your fucking dad, let me just tell you.
Have you ever seen like a Super Monkey Ball speedrun video? He was just flying around.
We still feel the same here and now. I'm gonna blow past this nonsense. Super Monkey what? He's gone insane, kill him. When we found out what you were planning, we didn't get it. But it's our will to help people that's led us here. Don't you think that's miracle enough? Even if it's not, we still believe that there's potential in anyone. Heck, everyone. If another war should break out in the future, people will do the same thing. They'll work together and do what has to be done to make it through. I don't know much about this ancient power, but I do know that we can count on our fellow Liberlians.
Still,
Well said, Estelle. Your outlook is admirable.
I agree with you completely.
You are
New portrait?
strong indeed. Sadly, not everyone is like you.
I think it is a new portrait, yeah.
When face to face with an incredible power, it is a temptation that is simply too much to bear.
Oh my god.
And I have put far too much time and effort all for this. I see no reason to turn back now. Just answer me one question. You know my dad? How did you know about this place, Colonel? What? A forbidden power, dormant for untold centuries, unknown even to Her Majesty.
I mean, she knew about it.
To say nothing of the elevator right beneath the treasury that leads straight here. It seems extremely unlikely that you'd have found out about this place just by using the resources of the Intelligence Division. Well, there was that big door right in the middle of the dining room. I always kind of wondered what was behind that. Also, this gospel. A mysterious ornament, far more powerful than even the finest ever made in the Zeiss Central Factory. Where did you get it? I don't have to answer that. Wrong!
Just don't
You
know
don't want to answer because you can't answer!
Bees!
What do you mean?
You simply believed that the Ariel would be here. And that if you used the Black Ornament, you could control it. But you have no idea when or how you came to that belief, do you? Am I wrong?
But that can't... You mean you lost your memory, just like those other people?
So what? It doesn't matter how I got here, just that I'm here now. And look around you. I found what I was looking for, didn't I? These ancient constructs could never have been crafted with present-day techniques. So, I must continue down my chosen path.
That
What the hell is that?
Oh
Yeah.
shit!
That exchange when Jello and Jay were describing the plot of this game to me, the way that got paraphrased was, "But how did you know about it to begin with, Colonel Richard?" He was. No. Cassius Bright is my boyfriend.
I don't think it's an inaccurate summation.
If you truly believe in the path you've chosen, then try to stop me! Succeed or fail, one dream will be realized, while another crumbles to dust. Now, allow me to show you the artistry of one who studied under the divine blade.
Bring
So
it
did
on.
Estelle.
Yeah.
If this is how it must be, then you'll be given no quarter.
Not even a nickel.
You
I
get a quarter
feel-
staff.
There's a little bit of, I guess, I'm a little underwhelmed that Colonel Richard, now that he had his speech and you're fighting him at the end of the game, he like has no explanation for anything.
Yeah, we'll get one, but you are not alone in that. I was pretty annoyed by. There's something that the very end of this game I love. Luminous ogre slash.
shit.
Oh shit.
Guy didn't say shit about that. All right.
Luminous ogre missile tactical barrage.
It's kind of funny. That sounds like a Reen power, and
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Cassius Bright is
My
my
boyfriend.
I mean,
Oh, we had to get one in. The
Joshua,
it wouldn't
one
be
more.
it wouldn't be the final battle, the capstone to this game, if we didn't have a classic Joshua miss right off the bat.
A double miss. Oh shit.
Oh, I
wasn't
should've
too
stole
bad
that
for a
first. I'm
critical.
gonna steal this one. which I'll steal for Olivier since he's got 200.
Let me show you the true essence of you. Take that.
I also feel like
Oh yeah, y'all are gonna kill me.
I don't know how much faith I put in Estelle's speech there either, considering the country is currently being torn apart by a coup. And I'm like, Estelle, you can't read. Shut up. You have
No, that's
idea
fair.
What you're talking about. You couldn't trust the mayor. That guy's supposed to be orphans. Like, there's been a lot of shit going on, and you cannot trust anyone, Estelle.
No, I agree with you. As the years go by, I am more and more underwhelmed by the. But what if humanity good though, despite the game you've just played, as the JRPG end capper,
Yeah.
and I will say, Richard's motivation goes from like a D- to a D+ for me after having spicy. After having played, whoa.
Kills.
Oh
Olivier.
wow.
Nice. I'm
It's
fine.
okay, I didn't need my torso anyway.
Explodes into flower petals. I will say, I think his motivations are a little more understandable after having played the Cold Steel games and knowing what Erebonia's fucking MO is, of just like, hey, I think we do actually need something to protect ourselves.
Yeah.
So over time, it becomes more.
It becomes clearer.
Context makes his motivations like
Yeah.
better.
I agree.
Yeah. I will say that, like
in Trails, in Trails in the Sky, you really don't have any context for exactly how small and insignificant Liberal is.
Yeah, and the answer to that question is very.
yeah. Liberal is like Switzerland in between like Russia and America. And then the other Switzerland has a bad time.
Yeah.
Northern Switzerland. Want to pop your Joshua ult?
No, because this
saving
battle.
it?
Yeah, this battle's pretty easy actually.
That's fair. Yeah, but to my recollection, from here on to the end of this endgame, I remember it being like an annoyed sandwich where both, like, when the bread is good and I like the ending, but there's, I think Richard is kind of boring. I love that his name is Richard because his name is Richard.
Yeah, it's also a boring name.
Yeah.
Alan Rich.
Something happens during this sequence of boss fights that just royally to this day pisses me off. I think it's like
I know
such
what it is, too.
such a dumb thing to do given like the storytelling and arc setup of this game. And then I think they give you like a victory lap, which they do in all Trails games, where it's like talk to your friends before #that shit happens. And then that shit happening is a really cool ending.
Yep.
I'm gonna make a blind guess that Richard is somehow going to turn into like a flesh pillar type boss. like you beat his first form and then he's like, I'm gonna show you the real power, blah blah blah, and then he turns into like a weird, final boss JRPG type thing.
Is Luminous Wheel supposed to do something?
I think it cancels arts also. Yet another thing.
No wonder I thought this fight was a fucking cakewalk.
Yeah. I mean, regardless of what you're using, it's not this phase. Of
No, this
fight
is
not
easy.
very easy, or not very hard.
God, that was a critical. Come on, Olivier.
Oh, he might kill someone.
Nope. Well, you've got Chloe, so you can just, no, you're fine.
I don't think we even really need to bother with that. Oh. Well,
Joshua.
I'll prove you wrong!
I'll make you eat those words!
I've heard that in the third Trails in the Sky game, where Richard is like a party member because that game's weird and fucky.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah. I hear he's just like comically busted, like to the point
I
he
bet.
just without using any abilities gets like 4 turns in a row.
It's gonna auto attack him to death so that we can go into the fight with as much CP as possible.
Wow.
Clever.
Why me again?
God damn it! Stop that!
Might as well just like eat a food. Yeah, doesn't matter.
Hang on, I'm gonna walk over here, and then, aha!
Kills Richard, gets no
Yeah,
health.
gets no heal.
Yeah.
No, we've got to stop her before she heals Olivier.
Oh my god, is Olivier gonna take him out?
Point
Yikes, Richard.
execution style, right in the face.
Uh-huh.
21 XP. Fuck you,
God.
Alan Richard.
21!
God.
I mean, I guess you don't need
That's
it
how much
for
we
anything.
got. That's how much we got for fucking Lawrence too. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the children of Colonel Cassius,
Shut up!
but it appears you're too late.
No!
Single B!
I've only heard the stories. Yeah!
Damn, it's a total orbital shutdown. If only we were prepared for this possibility in any way.
What was that?
It's the orbital shutdown phenomena, but it's not like before. Feels like something was released. Ha 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 ha.
Warning. All personnel, warning.
Huh?
It's the only thing I'm gonna get to voice this
Yeah.
section this entire day.
That thing is talking.
First barrier on sealed Oriole device has been confirmed as no longer operative. Confirmed gospel has been activated. Device towers have been enabled. Alright, it's not that big a deal. Let's not go crazy.
Just chill.
What the hell's going on?
The first barrier. The sealed Oriole device. What's all this about, Colonel?
I don't remember.
I don't know.
Oh, fuck you.
I didn't expect.
First barrier has collapsed. Ring is emitting a very slight interference. Destruction of seal on Ring Guardians confirmed. All personnel should evacuate the sealed area immediately. How it's sealed. Anyway, did you enjoy the old schoolhouse?
Is there like a nuke under the old schoolhouse?
Oh
Not in
yeah,
this
here we
game.
go, baby.
Oh, a mech. Metal Gear.
Hey guys!
Hey, it's me. I'm the bad boss thing. Everybody's scared
What
of me.
are
Look at my-
these
look at my elephant
freaky-looking
thing.
things?
Did you do the final boss of Chrono Trigger?
Stay on your toes. These are the Ring Guardians.
These
What?
artifacts of the ancients too?
I can't believe that.
What?
Gate sealed.
Orbital power system restart complete. Target coordinates confirmed. Sealed reverie. Now resuming search for intruders. I found some.
Oh, there they
Yes,
are,
Tom.
right in fucking front of me.
I think it.
Ow!
I don't waste your ults yet because I think this might be like a 2 or 3 turns of stupid, unwinnable boss fight for no reason.
No, I don't. I'm not gonna necessarily blow everything immediately, but this is just a legit fight.
Okay.
Let's see. Now, if I remember correctly, one of these, so there's a main body, one of these arms is immune to physical, one is immune to arts. I don't remember which is which. But you know what's a good way to find out is immediately S-crafting everyone. Okay, that's the one that's immune to physical.
You're finished.
Can you imagine if Joshua just took them all out with one ult?
Yeah.
Hilariously enough, I can imagine that, yes. Okay, so Chloe needs to get to work on the one that can't be damaged
Blue.
by physical.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan of that shit.
Doesn't Olivier have an arts cancel?
He has one, yes. So does, let's see, Chloe has one, Estelle has one.
It'll be alright. Olivier gets to go again anyway, so.
I mean,
Well,
you
that'll
need
be,
to,
if
but
I do
yeah.
that, that'll be just be the turn that he finishes his
Yeah,
arc.
no, you should have Olivier do it. Because then, you know, you'll like leave it up to Josh, then he'll miss.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Alright. These guys close enough? Nice.
Yeah.
I'm Estelle.
I'm here too.
6 damage.
Wow, I'm surprised it's not just fully immune.
I guess it just actually has really high defense, but is otherwise just a dude.
It's kind of interesting. Alright. Well,
Okay,
here
so
we are
One of
again.
them must be using a support art, because it's targeting that guy, and then one is using an AoE damage on us.
I mean, if you just keep impeding them, I'm sure they'll just keep doing that and do nothing the whole fight.
Yeah, probably, actually.
Ow. Ow.
Yeah, we're doing down HP.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Ouchish.
Let's see. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I think, for what it's worth, the other reason Richard's motivations are kind of stinky is I think they had, like, a whole plot in mind that requires an Act 1 setup, and I think they kind of just needed, like, well, this is our first game. It'll be a complete story. The first bad guy won't be that good, but, like, it won't matter if someone plays both games, and they'll understand why. And I think it's worth it.
For what it's worth, I think the plot of Trails in the Sky First Chapter tells much more of a complete story than, say, the Cold Steel 1.
I would argue the first chapter of Trails in the Sky tells a more complete story than both
Cold Steel 1 and 2. Yeah!
Does Josh have an impede?
He does not. This thing's gonna die soon, it's casting a support art, so I think I'm fine with just letting it do that once. Oh, no, she'll kill it. Ow! Fuck!
I guess just fucking hit it.
Please let me cast a spell! Is this what it felt like to go through this dungeon?
God, I'm sorry, we are evil.
Oh, fuck, I forgot that's the one that I can't hurt. Okay, now that's something to
Well, you can impede it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, no, I can't, actually.
Yeah,
Hey.
yeah, just move him out of the way.
that's a crap.
See ya.
Chloe's got an impede, doesn't she? Can't Sieg impede?
Yeah, she has an impede craft. I think it's melee range, though.
Ah, okay.
Let's see.
I guess you just move out of the way.
I can move her and just let Olivier eat shit, I guess.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, it's just Ariel. I'm expecting like more from a final boss fight.
Yeah.
Well, in my recollection is that the second phase of this fight was actually the one that was challenging for me, but it's been a long time. Been like over a year since I played this.
Yeah, I remember. Alright. I remember all of this being piss easy. But I did spam Earth Wall every single turn, so...
Stab him, Chloe!
Oh, Chloe, 2 for 2 on the murders.
Mm-hmm.
I guess just punch this bitch. Who
I
cares?
think I'm gonna bring Olivier closer so that I can start like grouping up for heals and Earth Wall.
There's some special quartz in like Cold Steel games that like, if you have them equipped and leveled, you have the ability to like, it enhances the range of your arts, like it increases it,
yeah.
but which is like such a cool idea, except by the time you get that and are like, yeah, I'll invest in that, all of your arts are like full,
Yeah,
like the entire fucking screen.
Yeah.
It's one of the reasons I never used IS in the second game, is because the way you get S-crafts in Cold Steel is dumb and stupid, and and Gaius is one of the only ones who like starts with like a wide, I can hit almost everybody craft, which is great. But then in the second game, just everyone has one at the start, and it's like, oh well, into the bench, Gaius, forever.
I just never really liked Gaius's crafts, but I didn't really.
I don't either, which is a shame because I like him a lot as a dude.
Yeah, he's a good character.
I remember using him quite a bit in the first one because of his weapon reach.
Why won't it just drop already?
And he had decent attack. Looks like it still has some power left in it. Watch out!
Ow. Boogity, boogity.
Check out
Bam,
my-
bam, 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 bam.
Oh,
I got meanie gloves now.
Mode.
Annihilation.
Ring Guardian Reverie. Now resuming extermination activity.
It went from looking goofy to admittedly looking a little cooler, if not for the weird hands that it has.
I don't know how I feel about Frieza's new transformation.
That is exactly what it looks like. What is that guy?
These little fuckers will shoot lasers at us and cast death blow arts.
Do they just randomly respawn?
Yeah, he just summons more of them throughout the fight, which is why I left Olivier with Titanic Roar so that he can just keep hitting everything every turn. We're gonna try to stay stacked up and see if we can see
Use
if
the
we're
good old
earth walling.
Earth wall strat.
Well, see if we're earth walling faster than like AoE arts are coming in.
I'm almost certain at least one of these fights is just like a survive until an invisible turn counter is hit, because I know there's a cutscene in between two of these fights, and it's like dumb and stupid, and I hate it. Though it's been like 2.5 years, so I guess I could be wrong.
So, what it looks like to me, it looks like a Yu-Gi-Oh card.
Oh yeah.
Something about it that feels.
Oh.
No, you're absolutely right.
Oh!
Oh!
Fucking Chloe's dead.
Well,
Well, there
That's
goes that earth wall.
Yeah.
I mean, do you have like a whatever this game's equivalent of Zerum powder
No,
is?
that
'Cause,
doesn't
like,
exist in this game, unfortunately. There's no way to get CP back. But I can
God,
at least
this game's so
I
bare
can full
bones.
revive her.
Okay.
God, Zerum powder's so fucking broken.
I mean, it pretty much exists for like that one fight in each game, and otherwise whatever. I don't mind it.
I guess
I
we'll
had
stay
so much
stacked
of it by
up
the
for
end of the.
now.
I had so much of it by the end of the game.
I mean, there's only like 4 in each game.
Oh, what the? He used AA
I don't know, I felt
canceler,
like
but
I had more.
Estelle's art was not canceled. That's
I think he only
interesting.
hit 2 or 3 of you. It was an AoE centered on Oliver.
Hmm.
Olivier, whatever his name is.
Oliver and company.
I read it as Oliver for a long time. I missed the I in it.
Oh, it was because of Earthwall. Okay, nice. Earthwall
yeah,
actually prevents
Earthwall's pretty fucking busted.
Normally, I would want Joshua to charge in there, but I think we're
but-
just gonna stand in the Earth Wall
Yeah.
for now.
Yeah, just keep hitting it. No reason not to. Really sucks that Chloe is the one who got donked by that.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well,
Oh.
anyway, here we go. Good final boss.
Stop it!
Malfunction, beginning self-diagnosis. Right arm damage.
Or canceller.
Canceller.
Canceller has been disabled.
It's
Canceller
starting to
has been
install.
cancelled.
Uh-oh.
Alright, don't you have an
Let's see
Earthfall?
it. Yeah, I do. Hopefully. Okay, good. It does actually.
Yeah.
Like that. There's the final boss of Ao no Kiseki has a mechanic where he literally like teleports your party to another dimension, and it's a simultaneous vanish and death blow that bypasses Craft Guard.
Bad.
So I am paranoid about things not actually letting me Earthwall them now.
I think Earthwall blocks fucking everything in this game, which is nice.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah. I'm a big unfan of the final boss of Cold Steel 1, which also has a stupid vanish ability that eats all your CD.
Oh yeah, hate that. Hate that guy. Hate the 1 and 2 that's just the exact same fucking thing again.
Oh, I didn't even go to the stupid... It was like, hey, enjoy your 19-hour-long endgame. Do you want to do the old schoolhouse again? It was like, literally, how dare you? And I turned the game off, and that was the right decision. Oh, Estelle can get that punch.
Oh, well, I did that exactly wrong. Oh well.
I mean, you're fine. Like,
Boy, like, this is going a lot better than when I did this fight before, because when I did this fight before, I knew Earthwall was good, but I was not abusing it to this extent, which was a mistake.
yeah, no, I don't know what fucking, like, Guardian video game angel was looking over me, but my subconscious was like, hey man, maybe this should be the first and only fight you use Earthwall on. And I was like, alright. I'm also well documented in my thought that giant robots and space flea demons from nowhere are stupid final bosses that feel stupid and are stupid.
Yeah.
So,
Malfunction, beginning self-diagnosis.
Core badly damaged. Laser inoperable.
I
So,
feel kinda
Everything inoperable except my ultimate attack.
yeah, that's
maybe I should have used that earlier.
So, if we destroy this mech, the ultimate weapon, does that mean the country's fucked?
This boss is just here for no reason. There are no stakes. I mean, like, the country isn't fucked if they lose or get the Oriole. It's, like, hypothetically just a giant weapon that they can have. And if they, like, they either prevent it from showing up and nothing changes, or they get it
Yeah.
and then they have a
Like-
weapon.
Like the
Fuck.
Richard is just paranoid. Like there is not an immediate threat on Liberal, at least to my knowledge.
Not really. I mean, they're neighbors with Erebonia, so
Yeah,
there's always an
which
immediate
is,
threat,
like-
but yeah. But as far as you know, playing only this game, since this was the only one that existed when it came out, no.
Yeah.
Did we beat it? God, that was hard.
Yeah. Yeah. Or at least none of the parts are moving anymore.
I'm here now.
Yeah.
It's me! The Ring Guardian. Seems like its goal
Ring Guardian Leviosa.
Yeah. Seems like its goal was to destroy this facility. To destroy the seat of the Aureole. When the Aureole was sealed, it was sealed along with it. Disabled, but set to be reactivated if someone tried to take the artifact, which means you just did me a big fucking favor, you fucking goons! Jumps up into the throne. Maybe the ancients were in dispute over the Aureole themselves. But where is it then?
Okay.
Squishes him.
What? How is it still able to move? You defeated it!
Round
I
two.
watched you do it! I watched you defeat it! How can it still move? This is bullshit! It's not fair!
I can't move my body.
I really
Joshua!
can't move my body.
Estelle!
Aw.
What about the rest of us?
No.
Huh?
Rad robot, not a chance! Colonel! I'll deal with this. Get out of here, now!
But
You barely survived fighting this thing the last time.
and as we just learned, I am stronger than the four of you in combat.
I'm still ready for combat. I can buy you some time at least.
I have some Zerum powder.
Yeah?
I imported it from the future.
Just wait 5 years, that shit is gonna be ridiculous.
Ow! Ow!
Wow.
He really did learn his techniques from Dad. What are you doing? Go! Now!
All right, I'm gonna get you this time. Ow, come on.
Shit.
Gotcha.
You're going to kill Colonel Richard?
Colonel!
That
What
one
should we do?
that one NGE scene where Kawaru is in Shinji's giant robot hand for 2 minutes straight.
Shut up and go! My fate was sealed when I lost my fight with you.
No.
Don't worry about it. My plan may have ended in failure, but if I but if I can help you, perhaps that will be repentance enough.
He didn't have a plan.
Oh, this
You don't
is,
remember your
This is a guy everybody
This-
knows.
This is you,
Was this
Austin.
Lawrence? Oh,
No.
such a pity. If you think of this as a hopeless battle, then that's exactly what it will be!
It's the snake guy.
Have you forgotten everything I taught you?
Me!
Oh, never mind. I know what this is. Duh.
I
Who's
fucking
that?
hate Cassius.
Ah!
Point.
It can't be. Now, finish him off!
That's what Cassius Bright looks like.
Oh yeah. I forgot you didn't
were
see
here for
him
the
because
first
you weren't here for
episode.
What?
chapter 1.
You don't like his ugly ass rat mustache and his generic
mustache is
brown
great.
face with brown hair?
He looks like he would neg me in like a single.
Yeah,
Oh
he
my
does.
God.
He negs his own daughter. He sucks. I hate Cassius. Yeah, literally just fucking burn your ult. Who
Oh
cares?
yeah. Wow.
This is just the victory lap. This is not a real fight.
Don't worry, Cassius Bright beats the final boss for you. I hate Cassius Bright.
What? No. You knew Cassius Bright?
Yeah, he's my dad. Sheathed sword.
We won.
Thank you for your help, everyone. Estelle? Joshua? I'm home.
Well, Mo snickering at his terrible mustache.
Because he's so ugly.
It's been quite a while.
Dad?
You know our
You know me?
You've still got a long way to go, but I can see that your training has paid off. I suppose I'll give you a passing grade this time.
Enough! Don't give me that! What are you even doing here?
What indeed? Perhaps I just wanted to see the ending.
What do you mean by ending?
I see you're just as cheerful as ever, Dad.
Colonel
Huh.
Richard is dead and they're
Oh, well, you do look like you've
This
gotten
ain't about
solved.
him.
Oh, man, speaking of that shit, you know what I discovered when I was running back and forth in the dungeon? I had to go back to buy new quartz at one point, so I went back to the midpoint where the party was, and Captain Amalthea sure just is, like, face down, butt in the air,
yeah.
lying dead on the floor for infinite amount of time as you do the second half of the dungeon.
Do you
no
think
one can
she's just
see
like
she's breathing?
she's like faking it and she's just sweating profusely? Like, God, I hope they don't check. Wait, why aren't they checking? Fuck these assholes.
Has looking after Estelle been as difficult as I think it has?
What's that supposed to mean?
Depends on the day, really. But to be fair, she looks after me too. It balances out. Good, good. Sounds like it's been a worthwhile journey.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Cassius Bright. You don't know my dad?
Yeah.
My name is Olivier. I am a traveling musician from the Empire.
Don't be silly, that's bullshit. Is that so? When time permits, I should like to discuss a few things with you.
I just had the worst goddamn time in the Empire.
In the
No, we
meantime-
won't talk about it until Cold Steel 3. Yes, we should have brought it up in Cold Steel 2. It's fine. Who cares?
In the meantime, please know that you have my thanks for assisting my son and daughter.
I meant one.
Think nothing of it. It's been a worthwhile pursuit. Nevertheless, I am impressed by your skill. It is rare that one gets to watch a living legend at work.
Well, I'm still working on it myself.
It's been quite a long time, Mr.
You know my dad!
You know me? Oh, yes, Your Highness. Roughly 6 months, I believe. I'd heard of your imprisonment, but I am glad to see you well.
Well, you can thank Estelle and company for coming to my rescue. By the way, Estelle and Joshua were in this year's play at the Royal Academy.
I was there. I watched the whole thing.
That was me in the silver wig. By the way, I'm Lawrence.
I would have never seen that coming. I wish you could have been there to see it. Joshua
Oh,
was there wearing a dress and a wig, and he was so much prettier than your daughter, Estelle.
Oh, really? I do wish I could have been there for that.
This really isn't the time for chit-chat. I swear, you just pop up out of nowhere at just the right moment to make the most dramatic entrance you can.
That's half of being a legend.
Oh, Colonel Richard got up.
Ah, well, it seems like everything's back to normal. Cassius, how'd you get past us?
Professor, there you are. You're a bit late to the party, though, I'm afraid.
Well, after you went on ahead, we were surrounded by a horde of those mechanized monsters. Luckily, we had Shara to throw at them. We
She's
managed
just
to
conspicuously not there.
yeah. We managed to keep them at bay somehow or another, though, and, well, here we are.
It's like the old Liberlian proverb. When you're being chased by an archaism, you don't have to be faster than it. You just have to be faster than Sherazard.
Which we are.
In any case, it seems like all affairs have been set in order.
The best part is while she chases you, she gets mad you're trying to abandon her and whips you, which only makes you go faster on account of her craft.
Yes. All but one. Much remains to be done, but this at least has been resolved.
But isn't the Intelligence Division's battalion getting close to the castle by now?
No,
I single-handedly
defeated
wiped
all.
them out. Yeah.
No doubt, along with patrol ships. Dad, did you check out the situation on the surface before coming down here? I had to get in the castle somehow, son. Yes, and you've no need to worry about that.
No, I ate my way through the earth like licorice.
Like, I ate my way through the earth like mulch diggums.
General Morgan said he has the situation under control. And with Sid's help, this craziness will be quelled in no time.
What?
I see. So you took care of them on your way here, then? So you're awake.
Don't act like you're a character.
We placed General Morgan under strict observation. Sid couldn't risk defying us because we held his family hostage. Yet you freed both from our grasp. I suppose I did. However, Richard, that's about all I've done. Even had I not returned, they would have been able to handle it themselves. No, you're wrong. You're a hero. You left the military, left all of us, left me. What was we, supposed to do?
Cassius Wright is my boy!
I didn't think we could survive another invasion. So, I had to find something else we could rely on. If you had stayed in the service, it never would have come to this.
Oh, wow. Clingy.
Yeah!
Yeah! God, I wish it cut to credits.
Oh,
Stop being such a child, Richard. You're the one who made the mistake of never letting go of these delusions you had about me.
We only kissed once.
For all your schemes, why could you never stand on your own 2 feet? I thought it would be okay to retire. I thought I could comfortably leave the entire army in your care. Colonel, I'm not an icon to be hailed. A decade ago, you and General Morgan helped me. We were victorious. But I'm no more than a man who's run away from reality without protecting the things that are important to him.
Had.
But I have no intention of running anymore.
Now that my daughter's done the video game for me, I'm here to steal the end of her story arc for myself.
That's why I expect the same from you, Richard. I want you to think about this whole mess. Think about what you did wrong and how you can atone for it. You'll have plenty of time. Believe me.
And
And
so
the Intelligence Division's planned coup d'etat was thwarted. Thanks to my daughter.
Dad, stop narrating.
General Morgan and I'm sorry, I'll let you do it.
General Morgan and Major Sid organized the military
The
authorities.
military authorities to keep the chaos to a minimum.
yes.
The conspirators in the Intelligence Division were arrested. One by one.
That joke completely blindsided me.
1 week later...
Dad.
Isn't one of those like just the flag of Finland or something? Or Sweden? No, or I don't know. Something
very well
Scandinavian.
looks like
One of them looks like one of those.
Philip comes out, the Queen is dead. And then he just goes back in. I like how you can see the horns animating and it makes it sound like they're playing the song that is currently playing.
Thank God, I needed to know what happened to Grant. Estelle and Joshua Bright. In honor of your recent work, the Grand Cell branch of the Bracer Guild has prepared you a letter of recommendation. Take it with our blessing.
Yes, sir.
Money. You get no money for saving us. Fuck you. With this, you now have 5 such letters, I believe. Sir Cassius, if you will do the honors, indeed walks over and shoves them in his mouth.
If I have to. I mean, I will. Estelle and Joshua Bright. In accordance with the rules of this guild, this will qualify you both to become full-fledged bracers, just like me. Present your letters of recommendation.
Yes, sir.
By all means, please verify their authenticity.
Not
Just
good
like-
enough.
Yeah, just like Joshua hands them over, and just 2 of them are forgeries.
Yeah. Sorry, looks like, Bose. These are fake.
Do Bose again.
The Roland, Bose, Ruan, Zeiss, and Grancel branches. I've now confirmed the authenticity of all 5 signatures, and I did it all by myself. The final rank, Junior Bracer, rank 2.
Ah, didn't do all the side quests, eh, you
Ah.
lazy fuck?
Yeah, you did all right. I can truly say your apprenticeship was a success.
But it's all meaningless. Welcome to rank E.
Yeah, in Idios' name and by the seal of the Bracer Guild, both of you are promoted to full-fledged bracers. Take your emblems, you two.
Yes,
I
sir.
earned them.
Clem runs in and steals it out of his hand.
Yeah.
Mo.
Congratulations, guys.
Hey, those emblems look good on you. I have to admit, you two did good. But just this once.
Thanks, everyone.
Aw. We never would have reached this point without everyone's help. Except
You're
for you.
welcome.
Your true careers as bracers start now. Bear that in mind.
I understand.
We'll be even more dedicated.
Now, I hate to break up such a happy occasion, but I'm afraid I do have some unfortunate news that I must tell all of you. The Queen is dead.
I was just gonna go for
Close
good
the
old,
door.
for the good old classic. I hate to break up the happy occasion. Die.
What's that? Fuck yeah. What's that?
Today marks the final day of Cassius Bright's membership with the Bracer Guild.
That's right, I'm joining the military. Oh, wow.
Yes. No, he is.
All right.
He is going to be returning to active duty within the Royal Army.
Thank God. Get this
What?
fucker out of here. Really?
Since I've been away for
Really?
so long. Since I've been away for so long, I feel bad bringing this up so suddenly. But the chaos that resulted from the attempted coup must be quelled, and it's up to me to do it. Sorry, Estelle and Joshua, I'm here to make this about me.
We need to teach Colonel Richard that I, as one man, cannot sway this nation. So allow me,
I will do
one
it
man, to join the
single-handedly.
military to fix everything.
The military needs major reorganization to deal with the damage that the intelligence division caused. I plan to help out with that.
Oh, I get it. Since bracers can't be soldiers. Hey, did you higher ranks already know about this?
Why are you looking at Shara?
Yes, he already discussed it with us.
I wasn't talking to you.
Ah. It's discouraging, but we can never truly become independent if we always lean on those more experienced.
And hey, wait, was I a higher rank racer? What rank are you guys? Think of it as less competition. Now that Cassius is out, maybe you can take the top spot. Eventually.
I think Agate's supposed to be B rank as of this game? Question
What,
mark?
out of pity?
I don't know.
I suppose that's true.
I mean, he's better than Shara, and Shara is apparently sub B
yeah.
rank.
I guess.
This means that we're gonna be really busy, though.
Well, you do have 2 full-fledged bracers on hand now. You can work them like dogs instead of me.
And
I guess our lives are about to get pretty hectic, huh?
Can you at least take like a week off? Jesus.
Nope.
I'm
I'll
a
do
bra-
it. I'll do
jeez,
it for
Tad,
you.
can't you at least stay with us until the end of the birthday celebration?
I'm sorry, but there's a war council starting Check's Watch immediately.
Sorry,
Colonel
but I
Richard
hear there's another protagonist named Lloyd Bannings trying to be a character. I'm gonna go ruin his day.
Colonel Richard may be in custody, but there's still plenty of his special ops cohorts that's still at large. Captain Amalthea is also hiding somewhere in the underground ruins, by
She's
which I
just in
mean
the
we
same
forgot.
spot.
Yeah,
She's
by which
just
I mean
like,
we forgot
their
to
vision is
retrieve
based
her
on
body.
motion. If I stay here, face in the floor, butt in the air for long enough, they'll just leave me.
And if that weren't enough, it looks like those sky bandits ran off in all the confusion. We have to stay on guard so they don't cause any trouble during the festival.
Ugh, those guys are just a constant pain in the ass.
Either way, leaves a bad taste in my mouth. The increased security is just for peace of mind. The real issue is that we really don't know the significance of what happened underground. There was like robots and shit. It was wild, man. We can only guess at what effect breaking that seal will have. What the purpose of that aureole is. That's a puzzle that absolutely must be solved by me.
Yeah, I guess you're right. By
Who are you again?
And it doesn't sound like Colonel Richard's memory can be trusted.
Yes, just like Kurt, he seems to have some missing memories. Even so, the search team was able to confirm one thing. We now know where the Black Orbment came from.
Really?
You know who made it? Not quite, but we know who's responsible for introducing it to the Intelligence Division. It was you! Commander of the Special Ops, Second Lieutenant Lawrence Belgar.
Bees!
Him. He gave it to Richard shortly after he was recruited for the Intelligence Division. And coincidentally, that would be just about the same time Richard planned his coup. We need to find out everything about Lawrence that we can.
Joshua, do you know anything? No!
No?
He always did seem strange. I guess we were lucky that we actually got a good look at his face, huh? If you want, I can try drawing you a picture of him.
You did? When did you get a look at his face? That would be appreciated. I have to admit,
Wow, what
though,
a great drawing I made.
I'd have to admit, though, that I don't have the utmost faith in your artistic skills. I mean, you could barely read. Maybe I should ask Sherazade or Her Majesty.
That's not nice.
Stell, you actually saw Lawrence's face?
What, I didn't tell you? He took his helmet off when we fought him on the terrace at the Royal Keep. He looked around 20, maybe older, with ash blonde, does air quotes, ash blonde hair. He had some seriously creepy eyes, too, let me tell you. They were so cold, but it was like they were on fire at the same time. He told the Queen, "You are hardly qualified to feel pity for me."
Hardly qualified.
Joshua?
Your eyes are looking a little creepy now too, Joshua. Something on your mind? How about you let us handle the cleanup here and go have fun at the festival? Okay, you're right.
Awesome! Let's go live it up! Oh, right. Are we going to be sleeping at the castle tonight?
No. Yes, Her Majesty was kind enough to let me use 2 of the guest rooms in the Eastern Wing.
I get very
suppose that
long
doesn't-
when I sleep.
It's very
I suppose-
long.
I suppose
I
that
spit.
doesn't-
I'm such a dense man that when I fall over, I just spill out and I fill 2 entire rooms.
Joshua and I will be on the right, you and Shara on the left.
Me and Shara together?
Please no?
You don't like that setup? Okay, how about me and you in one room and Joshua and Shara in the other? Just imagine, all that time for you to fawn over me and wait on me and tell me how much you missed me.
I'll bunk with Shara.
Ha ha ha! I suspected as much. Alright then, I'll see you kids tonight.
He disappears, never to be seen for 3 months again.
You know, it wouldn't be a big deal for you to share a room with him. I mean, it has been a long time since you last saw him.
Fuck that guy.
Didn't you have a lot of stuff about your mom that you wanted to talk to him about?
Yeah, but I don't much like the idea of you and Shara in the same room either.
Huh?
Nothing. Let's go and
No,
look
you
around.
know what? Fair concern. Shara's disgusting.
The town's decked out with some pretty cool festival exclusive shops, you know.
There might be a newspaper or something we need to get for an achievement.
Well, we certainly can't let those pass us by now, can we? And if we get tired, there's a rest area in the east block.
Behind the stores, right? We should make that our last stop then.
Hint, hint.
I think it's just, here's a victory lap
Yeah.
if you want to talk to everybody.
Yeah, we'll
We
look
should
for
talk
like
to the important people.
To
Yeah.
named characters that we see. Give everyone their one last run.
Noel.
Like Noel.
I finally got his face! Bye!
And Hatman.
And
Airport.
arena announcer.
Airport guy. Blue hair lady. I sort of.
I love how
doubt there'll be
useless-
anyone here, but
Yeah,
Oh, wait, is what's his face down there?
I think that's just a generic guy.
Oh.
that might be the. Faye is a named extra.
They're all named extras, if nothing else.
Yeah, I like Faye. I recognize her, and I wasn't even here for the Zeiss chapter, so that says something.
She was. Yeah,
She's
she
in the
was
basement of
yeah,
the
she was in
of
the
Zeiss.
basement.
She's important for some quests.
Private.
There is one final hidden quest that you want to do.
Oh, is it at the Bracer Guild?
No, well maybe. Actually, yeah, I think it is. I think you have to go pick it up at the Bracer Guild. It's an Olivier and Vander quest.
Oh,
Oh,
well, yeah,
yay!
no, we should definitely do that. Hang on, I wonder if anyone's in here. Nope, it doesn't open.
No.
Thank God.
Oh wait, we can talk to this guy, the stressed out arena man.
So
Lefa!
glad- I'm so glad the birthday celebration. Everyone looks so happy out on the streets today. The Queen's charisma is quite a positive influence.
It's a shame that I'm nailed to the ground here.
I'm stuck in this circle and I can't get out. You can't tell, but the ground is actually quite low once you're inside of it, and I cannot climb my way out.
Annalise. Oh, and
I
some other
usually
people.
don't shop in places like this.
there's
Charizard and
Shara.
Annalise wouldn't stop going on and on about it though, so I had to check it out.
Well, hello there.
What you doing, Shara? Oh, sorry. What cha doing, Shara?
Oh, shopping with colleagues. Been long overdue for a nice shopping trip after all.
Didn't we just go shopping with you?
I don't get much of a chance these days.
When I was little, I remember you used to take us shopping all the time. It was fun.
Oh, that's right. When your dad was gone, the three of us used to go out all the time. You know, once we get back to Roland, let's say we do a little shopping together, for old time's sake.
Where the fuck do you go shopping in Roland?
Yeah.
I can buy you an outfit as a congratulatory gift.
Joshua,
Really?
I'll get you a
I'd
maid
love to.
outfit.
It's a date then. Annalise! Hey, why so serious?
It's just, this is the first time I've had a chance to work with you like this. But you two really do a nice job of covering one another, if you know what I mean. She's your brother, he's your sister, this is
Well, we're around each other all the time, so we've gotten pretty used to each other's styles, I guess.
Hello, anybody up there? Read between the lines, you doofus. Guess I just gotta come out and say it. This is Trails! I think you two make a very cute couple.
What?
Don't be embarrassed, it's plain to see with the way you look at each other. I'm jealous. I mean, I'd kill for a cute brother like him.
I love that the line said boyfriend, but you said brother.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't even notice.
Oh yeah,
Wait,
that was the perfect
was that actually just some
No.
Freudian
Okay.
slip.
Something wrong, ladies?
You make such a cute couple. I'd kill for a brother like that.
Like that.
Trails. Love it.
Oh, I thought I was stuck in the corner there for a second.
Oh no, we got soft locked.
It's like those are the only named people in here.
Yeah.
I love Annalise.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Annalise is nice. She's like
Every Trails game has like random extras who are my favorite character for no real reason, and Annalise is that for the Sky games, and Becky is
Becky,
that for
yeah.
the.
Oh, it's
I
these
fucking
Becky.
love Becky, man.
It's me, Becky.
She's just inexplicably Scottish for no reason.
I was planning on going home early, but I guess that didn't happen.
well, you've had a lot to discuss, I'm sure.
Indeed. Headmaster Collins has actually suggested we start a committee for royal ascendancy. There was a lot of mess with that coup, and the damage to our public image was quite big. We're gonna have to start working more in concert with other countries.
Sounds to me like you're in for some busy times.
Ah, all the more reason to kick back and relax tonight, no? I believe the walk to the cathedral for some prayer is in order.
Oh, really kicking back.
Actually, come to think of it, the first time I met you was on a day when you were skipping church.
Ah, all the more reason to go now.
I am a godless heathen.
Although I'm sure Adios can forgive me for a little infraction like that, right? I mean, you're not gonna tattle, are you?
With conferences
You're not gonna
day
tattle
in and day
God,
out,
are you?
I imagine Her Highness must be a very busy woman. If Her Highness really wants to relax, she needs to get as far away as she can. I hear Bose is quite nice this time. I hear that. I guess I
is
don't. I
there?
wouldn't know. I mean,
Yeah, what the fuck? What does
Yeah,
that
that's a
mean?
weird line.
Yeah, you never know if someone might be up here.
Yeah, maybe like Tita or something.
I didn't know this place had a third floor.
I at least want to find all the party members. And I have no idea where anyone is. If we can't
sounds
find
good.
anyone, we can
Yeah,
look up a
check the
guide.
bracer gear while you're here before
Yeah,
you
that's a good
exit
idea.
out.
Well, if it isn't Estelle and Joshua. We don't have any new assignments today. Lie. You two may feel free to go out and enjoy your date.
Date? Who's on a date? We are so not dating yet. I mean, or possibly ever.
Yet?
At all. I meant at all.
The Royal Army will be out in force during the festivities, but the other bracers should be around as well. Check the bars, shops, and inns. You're sure to find them. Anyway, I live here.
Yeah.
Oh,
guess
I
it's not.
know there's one.
Here, I'll look up how you get it.
Okay.
Yell at me if a character I voice
That's
pops
worth
up.
doing.
Yeah.
We gotta see as much Olivier and Mueller as we can.
Maybe it's in the second game, but I don't know why it would be. Sky Trails.
What
in the
with Mueller's death and all. Just kidding. What with Mueller being a snake cultist?
Yeah. Like
What with
every other
Mueller
character.
being What with Mueller being reincarnated into a smaller, bluer, thinner version of Mueller, a new Vander. Okay.
Where is everyone? I've already been through like 2 districts and we found like 3 people.
Did you
Maybe the
check
bar?
out the church area?
No, I haven't been there yet. Oh,
Oh,
these
there's
two,
Zin
of course.
and Agate.
Oh. Hey, you two.
Zin!
Oh, what's your next move? Back to the Republic?
I'm in no rush. There doesn't seem to be any crisis in the Republic so bad I absolutely have to be there for it. Besides, this country is full of fine opponents from your Bracer Guild. As long as I'm here, it would be a waste to leave without testing my mettle a bit more.
Fine opponents? Who do you have in mind?
Well, for starters, you've got Agate, the so-called Heavy Blade, not to mention your Silver Streak, Sherazard. I have no way of knowing what her skill level is, so I assume based on her rank it's high. And who could forget? The champions of this year's martial arts competition. Perhaps the strongest of them all.
Oh, Zin, that's so sweet. But don't think it means I'll go any easier on you. And don't you hold back on us. It's on, man.
She doesn't speak for both of us. Feel free to hold back if you'd like. In fact, I might even prefer it.
Well,
I love
Joshua.
The martial arts tournament.
I'm gonna win!
It says nothing more. That's the end of it after this game. Could be a good opportunity to hone my skills if it didn't already happen. And if Zin the Immovable made an appearance there.
Why don't you try to get in next year, Agate? Next year?
Maybe. It might be nice, but it's become such a circus, and I don't like doing tricks for a crowd.
I hate agate.
Well, whatever floats your boat.
might be something cool for me to do, but it might also suck.
You did a remarkable job. This is the bar of
Yes, I
Jello
was gonna say,
characters.
This is the bar of Jello.
Based on your performance, I'd say you two are already fine full-fledged bracers. But never forget, these are only the first steps in your career.
Thank you, sir.
So, Kurt, are you feeling any better?
I'm fine. Just fine. I remember just about everything, except the identity of the bastard who erased my blue eyes. That's the only missing piece.
So, I have
We don't need to talk to Grant. Actually, we just go. We just leave Grant.
Welcome back, Brave. Hit goodbye.
So how I feel about Kurt is, so the first time I interacted with Kurt in this game was during the tournament. So when
That
he
was the
just
first time
decided to unload all of his like memory shit on you, like
Yeah.
apropos of nothing, I was like, is the fucking headband keeping the rest of your memories?
That's the
in?
mayor.
Like what's
Oh,
going
Hey,
there's
yeah.
people.
The best fishing gear is that what represents engineering, efficiency, and elegance.
Efficiency. Wow, wow, wow,
Which
wow.
represents engineering
Which
efficiency and
represent-
elegance.
The sort of gear I'd want to own even if I never fished at all, just for its sheer beauty.
All right, good talk, Murdoch.
Bye!
Goodbye, I guess.
The world is going by too fast for me nowadays. I just want to slow it all down and fish at Valeria Shore.
Oh, is this the building of Austin characters,
I guess.
i.e. the old men?
Well, I'm sure the headmaster of the academy is around somewhere. I think that's all the buildings on this part, so we'll go to like the west block now, the church
Yeah,
place.
I don't think we can see Chloe, right? She's up at the
One would
thing.
assume she's in
I-
the castle.
I
but
think-
I think we might be able to go to the castle actually.
Yeah, I think there's one. There's like there's a second victory lap.
Did we find Olivier and
I
Mueller's
think
thing?
I think it's got to be in the second game. I cannot find it anywhere.
Never know.
Not that much happens. There's just a funny moment at the end with Vander dragging him away as Olivia goes, "No!"
So pretty much
Every Mueller.
Yeah,
Yeah, but it never gets old.
yeah. First Lieutenant Schwartz.
Estelle, Joshua, how goes it?
Hey, Julia, fancy meeting you here.
Don't call me
Oh, the Archbishop was very kind to me when I took asylum here. I wanted to thank him and keep him up to date on the current situation as well.
Ah, okay, that makes sense.
And I wanted to thank the both of you too. You're the reason we were able to save Her Majesty and the Princess. And if you hadn't been there, well, at any rate, you have our sincerest gratitude.
Don't thank us. It was a group effort. Give a little, get a little, you know? Besides, we wanted to rescue Her Majesty just as much as you did. So it's win-win. Her Majesty's safe and everybody's happy.
I suppose that's true. But thank you nonetheless.
Just remember, you owe us. How weird would that be?
What is that room?
No idea. There's a surprising amount of rooms that have no significance whatsoever in the churches in these games.
These are the Archbishop's special quarters.
It's just a bishop.
Oh yeah. Ooh, I bet we can stop by Liberal News. They all are
Yeah.
newsy friends.
Oh yeah.
I like this BGM, by the way.
Oh, you know what else we can do? We can actually go to the sewer.
Oh, it's these two.
Check on all of our monster friends.
Oh yeah.
Ah, dear me. I'm much too old to be living on the lamb.
Are you okay being left on your own with Agate?
Goodness, no. He was very courteous and mindful of my needs. He even made sure to plan our daily routine so as not to wear me down too much.
I haven't any complaints about Agate at all.
You
Even
know-
even the
Camera
dumb way
pans are-
Oh, you know you can tell us if he's threatening Tita.
even the dumb way he talks. Oh, hey guys, it's me, Agate.
I'm used to
Wow."
working with colleagues who speak stupidly. Have you met Dr. Huawei?
Yeah. He's no Cassius, of course, but I'm still grateful to him. Everyone knows he's no Cassius.
Estelle, Joshua.
Cassius is just holding the entire nation hostage so that they say nice things about him.
Wow.
Yeah, Colonel Richard was just trying to free us by making
The
a
tyranny
Cassius
of
killing
Cassius.
super weapon.
This line's great if you read it with surprise. Wow, Tita, you look happy.
Well, Grandpa promised me we could have ice cream.
Ooh, ice cream. Ice cream is good.
You bet it is. I asked Agate to come too, but he said he didn't want to.
Ice cream is for girls.
Agate eating ice cream. I'd pay good money to see that.
I bet he'd like it if he tried it, though.
What is this cold food? The only food I like cold is raw meat from a fresh kill.
There's cold, hard milk.
That's fucking ice cream.
Did I somehow get the?
Saraya.
I somehow got her instead of Dorothy.
Wow.
Yeah, it's Estelle and Joshua.
It's Estelle and Joshua. You know, Niall was telling me something interesting.
He's
he
a
said
snake cultist.
this story is going to win us the Fultzer Prize.
The what now? Don't you mean the book?
No.
Do you want to get sued? There is an annual award presented to the very best examples of journalism, literature, and
Wow,
music
that's
here in Liberal.
a weirdly fourth wall
Everyone-
breaking.
Yeah,
You know,
everyone
so
looks to
you
the
know what's
camera.
funny?
Yeah.
You know what's really funny is I was going over the reactions from this game the first time, and you screen capped that line on your first playthrough, and we're like, "This is a very untrails in the sky joke," and basically said the exact same thing you just did.
Nice.
There's no higher honor for any reporter.
Ah. Well, good for you then, I guess.
Well, it's actually all thanks to you two. You're my whole story.
Well, that's it. Bye, Dorothy.
That was a very strange thing that just happened.
Yeah, no, it's very. Joshua, Estelle, great job. Our special coup edition has been flying off the stands. There's a ton of buzz right now about your little stunt. Sorry I couldn't get you guys some fame from it. The guild made me withhold your names. Why? Biggest scoop of my career, you guys. You did real good. All right,
And
see
when
ya.
I say the Bracer Guild, I mean Cassius Bright did, so that he could put his name in the papers.
What happens if you interact with the sewer?
One day Liberal will be free from his tyranny.
I guess we
Okay, we
relinquish
have
our
keys.
sewer keys to someone off screen.
And to give Elnam his
I
keys
love
back.
it.
You're an official bracer now. Give me that sewer key. That's junior bracer bullshit.
Yeah.
I swear on my good name, you'll never visit a sewer again.
As bracers, you don't ever go into a sewer. Only junior bracers do
Oh,
that.
this guy's hauling ass.
Yeah.
And it's Becker.
The messenger industry sucks.
Let's see if we can go into the castle. Or, yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, we can.
Oh.
We can just walk right in.
Oh,
Chloe's probably here somewhere.
yeah.
Yeah, I bet Olivier is too.
Quite possibly, yeah.
We still
Oh,
haven't
have we
run
not
into him.
bumped into him yet? Yeah. Huh,
Yeah,
okay.
we still haven't run into him. And it looked like it wasn't gonna let you into the embassy, right?
Yeah, no, it wouldn't let me into the embassies.
Yeah, that's the only other
At
place.
least not the Erebonian one.
Yeah.
What are you
I mean,
looking at
I
that
don't know
room
why
for,
he
mate?
did that one specifically, but you know.
Well, we know he's Erebonian. He was, maybe, you know, you go to the embassy, he needs a new passport.
Yeah.
I am the queen now.
We don't need to talk to anybody in this room.
It pains me to request that you return to service after closing that chapter of your life, Cassius. But gentle though you be, I know you have an iron will, and I know you will do what you must.
Oh, Estelle, when did you get there?
My sincerest apologies to you, but I ask if you could lend me your father's strength for a time.
I don't want him.
Oh
Oh,
God.
boy, let's talk to our best friend, General Morgan.
Well, hello. It's been a while.
General Morgan?
It has been a long time.
I heard you saved my granddaughter out at the Herbe Royal Villa.
Hilla. What's that?
Actually,
Oh,
Cassius Bright, did that.
Oh, yeah, Rianne.
We only did what was needed. It's the life of Bracer.
Ah, stop it with all the Bracer bullshit. I mean, the humbleness. You're much too young for that. In the end, you saved not just the Villa, but Her Majesty and indeed the kingdom itself. This time, I'm going to thank you properly.
General.
With a big ol' hug.
With a bottle of liquor.
You two did well. Very well.
I've got to say, I've heard much more heartfelt thank yous in my time, but not from you, General. So, thanks for the thanks. I can't. Was that a low-key insult? What are you?
No, we don't need to talk to this man.
Town Square must be alight with activity right now. I know.
Don't treat me like I'm fucking Grant.
I know this because my spies are everywhere.
I'm Cassius Bright.
You can't do
See
this.
you in the next game.
There he is.
Olivier.
Estelle, Joshua, I heard from Cassius that you've become full-class bracers. Well done, well done.
You cut out for me at least, so it's just Estelle advances dialogue, ignoring Joshua.
Congratulations, my dear little pussycats. Nya.
Could you just... Alright, we'll just go with thanks.
Yongs! Olivier, what brings you here?
Not much.
I'd heard you were invited to tonight's celebratory banquet, but... Well, I didn't think you'd be here already.
Yeah, seriously. What's a guy who loves parties doing drinking alone in a quiet place like this? Better be careful, or some people might start thinking you're an imposter.
The news of you two becoming full-fledged bracers filled my heart almost to bursting. So much so that I saw no recourse but to hold an impromptu concert in front of the grand arena. Ah, only you had witnessed the unbridled excitement I inspired in my legion of fans.
Right.
Makes me think of the performance at Hawk and Gate.
Indeed, and such a public explosion of passion left me drained. So I wandered here for a quiet place to drink and brood.
I'm so happy you read that like I heard it in my head.
Ah, me, in restless dreams, walking alone, sharing the drink they call loneliness. Before you sits the beauty and the beast that is man.
I can't make those words fit together into anything resembling sense.
It would be
Anyways,
greatest if you walked upstairs and it was just Captain Amalthea wearing a cartoon mustache. Hello, I am Captain Andrew. Maybe if you try going upstairs, maybe Chloe will be
Yeah,
there.
I just want to make sure there's no one hiding out in these rooms.
It's I.
Oh no, the upstairs is to the.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you have to go.
Yeah, Chloe's usually up there, but not this time.
What do you mean usually?
There's like 2 or 3 times across the Sky games where that's the place you have to talk to her at.
Huh.
Happens like a weirdly multiple amount of times in the 3rd game.
Oh, she has a
During, like,
room in here.
Stargate.
Maybe she's in her room.
Oh well,
Wait,
that's a
she's
character
a-
I voice. All right, that's fair.
Oh, yeah.
It's Shia, remember? The princess has returned, so I'm presently cleaning her room. For a dirty room, you see, is not very welcoming. The princess is currently roaming the city incognito.
Very incognito.
She says some school friends of hers are visiting.
Oh, okay. Can one of you guys look up where that is?
Nose goes. I'm bad at that.
I guess that's.
Fucking Lawrence is just here still.
Yeah.
He's
Hello,
just like grabbed onto the side of the building.
to talk to you too.
Get Joshua out of here.
I need some help. Pick me up.
I lost my keys. You're bracers, right?
You have. I lost my keys. I need to get back into my home in the sewers.
Yeah.
All right, let's see
Check-
here.
you should check
there
the
is
main
a final
quarters,
side
too.
quest. The final side quest. Let me see. Basically, talk to Olivier at the bar inside Grancel Castle. To
Oh,
start
then
the
it
side
activates.
quest. The embassy mission. If you've done that, now you've required all of the points. Let's talk about the embassy mission.
Yeah, maybe now it's at the Bracer Guild.
Could be. This will occur. So talk to Olivier. After that's done, go to the bulletin board back in the guild, and then talk
Yep.
to Olivier.
Yeah,
once
no
more.
wonder I missed
These
it.
fuckers. I can't believe that. Oh yeah, it's done. You know, just whatever.
Talk to Elnan, see if he says anything. Like,
fine.
oh, someone came
Oh.
by.
Oh, by the way,
Oh, and not to jump in the mood of this, I think this is probably just his generic second talking to him again festival.
Oh.
Specifically, I've learned a few things about Jester.
Oh, that.
That's the Corps' Second Lieutenant Lawrence belonged to before joining the Intelligence Division, correct?
Wow, this seems really important that it's something that we could actually like just completely skip over.
Indeed. They were a small team that primarily operated from a small autonomous state on the outskirts of Erebonia,
Like every Jaeger guild.
I wonder if that's like I doubt that it's ever answered definitively, but I wonder if that's like Jirai or Northumbria or something.
Probably Northumbria, since it's Jaegers.
Oh yeah.
I guess both of them are viable.
They were quite skilled, as they'd have to be to call themselves a Jaeger Corps. But about 6 months ago, the entire group vanished.
The entire group? You mean everyone? Were they
Is
like
what that means?
were they like wiped out in some border skirmish?
No, there are no records of them being in battle at the time. In total, over 100 people disappeared, and not a soul knows what happened to them.
Wow.
Yowza, that's creepy.
That timetable overlaps with Lawrence joining the Intelligence Division. Are the two events related?
We're investigating that. We might find out more from the Royal Army, actually. And there's one more thing. It sounds like the plans for a member of the Imperial family to attend the birthday celebration were cancelled. The only Erebonian representative at the ceremony will be a single ambassador, much like in previous years.
Okay. Weren't they supposed to be a marriage candidate for Chloe or something?
Yeah, an arranged marriage to help cement Duke Danan's ascendancy.
The Queen herself put a stop to the marriage talks, from what I've heard. I suppose that's why the royal family cancelled their visit altogether. I've
Well,
heard their
let's-
daughter is an absolute gremlin.
They're gonna try to hook Chloe up with baby Cedric.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Goo goo gaga.
Did you pick up the quest?
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Oh.
got it. Now you go to the embassy, I believe. Yeah, where have you not been?
Really, I think the only people of significance that we haven't found are the Genis
Chloe's
people.
trio?
Chloe
Yeah.
and her friends, and presumably the headmaster are here somewhere.
Was that?
I'm a friend from school.
I don't know. What does it say about the?
I think
Read
the
the
quest just says to go see Olivier again.
Find and detain one blonde-haired self. Okay, I guess we just go back and be like,
Yeah.
hey, your
Okay.
boyfriend's calling.
Cassius Bright is my boyfriend.
Yeah, there was a group of multicolored people standing on one side of the wrong way.
Yeah, you're right.
On one side of the big shopping mall area in the East Block, but I don't know if that.
I think it's like all the way down the hall around.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, isn't there a museum in this town? Maybe that's where they are.
Oh, I think you're right. Yeah, where it's like where Alba hangs out during this chapter. If you go looking for him, so it
Yeah.
probably exists somewhere. Estelle, Joshua,
It is the birthday celebration. What a waste it would be if we were not to enjoy it, no?
Hey, Joshua, I think he's the guy.
Without question.
I have it! Why don't you join me in a little afternoon delight?
Okay.
Just you and I. Doesn't that sound divine? Come now, do say yes.
No.
Funny you asked. We were just talking to this guy who asked us the same thing, and we said, we have this friend whom you would probably just love to talk to. Did you really now? Honest
Damn
to
it.
goodness. What?
I wanted to screen tap that, but I missed it by like a frame.
Honest to goodness?
Absolutely. Would you like us to introduce him to you?
I would most love that. Please, lead the way. This looks suspiciously like the Erebonian embassy. Bees? Why are we back at the Bracer Guild?
Oh, don't get your neckerchief in a knot.
Elnon's calling over our guest, you see.
Get his ass. The interested party has been successfully contacted and should be arriving here shortly.
I imagine she simply can't bear waiting for the opportunity to meet
Dude, we told you it was a guy, Olivier.
Tell me, have I made this
Drunk.
kitten's acquaintance before, or is this to be our first meowing?
I'm dying. Holy
Oh,
shit.
I believe the kitten knows you and really wants to see you.
Ha ha! Kittens in Grand Cell. Perhaps
Chapter
it's-
4, Kittens in Grand Cell.
Perhaps it's Shara, or perhaps even Karna or Annalise. No, I must not discount the possibility that it might be Mayor Maybell, or maybe even dear sweet Lila. Surely it's not Princess Claudia or Tita. The last of those would be gross.
Huh? Yeah. Well, that's, well, let's just say that you've got one hell of an imagination.
Ah, it seems that our guest is already here.
Is she now? My dearest, come in, come in!
With that kind of welcome, who am I to refuse?
Oh, fuck! What?
Looks like you've done what I asked then. I appreciate it. On behalf of the Erebonian Embassy, I thank you.
That's not necessary.
It was Olivier who was really eager to oblige you.
Oh, I most certainly was. I don't remember being present at that discussion, but does this mean that you're the kitten who wished to see me?
Meow meow. What are you smoking? Her Royal Majesty the Queen directly invited you to tonight's banquet, so I'm not about to tell you you can't go. But I know you, and I know you're going to get into trouble if you're not properly chaperoned. So I'm keeping a close eye on you until dinner time, and you're going to like it.
Estelle, Joshua, you tricked me?
God, yes.
Don't blame your bad hearing on us.
You were the one who decided it was a woman. We never said a word.
Actually, we specifically said him.
Now then, evening swiftly approaches. There's a lot of paperwork to fill out, and you're going to do it. So let's get back to the embassy, shall we?
Oh no!
God,
Jay and I shipped the hell out of those two.
Well, case closed, I guess. Since that concludes your investigation, allow me to give you your rightful reward. Your proper bracer notebooks are not yet ready, so I'd like for you to note this in your junior one.
Smelly nerds.
Oh, I got a Steam achievement for
Oh,
that.
nice.
I feel a little guilty about this request, but okay. Now, why don't we get back to the birthday celebration?
Sounds good.
Yeah, I have no idea where the museum is, but
And once we've checked everything out, we can go to the rest area in the eastern block.
it might be in the northern block, like right before you hit the castle. There was one big building there.
Maybe, yeah. Shraza111 in chat says, if you talk to Muller and Olivier again, you get something interesting. I'm gonna check that out real quick. I'll see if I can get into
Surely they are now at the embassy.
Surely they are now hot and heavy.
Oh.
What did Olivier think was gonna happen? That he was gonna shag someone in the upstairs room of the fucking Bracers Guild?
I guess so.
Is
Well,
that something that happens?
Yeah, I don't know where.
Wait, hold up. Go back there. On the west side of that room, what is in those trees? Nope. Stop. West side. You have a map with a north indicator.
this is the west side.
I know. Go down a little lower. In those trees. Oh my god. Down left, dude. More. What is up there? Check up on that platform.
Up here?
No.
The History Museum. We found it together. The power of teamwork.
Okay.
We got to meet Santos. Oh yeah, I could be wrong. I think if you just randomly wander around during the chapter, Alba's in this room, but I guess he's checked out.
Goodbye.
See ya. I don't get an
Yeah.
epilogue. Fuck me, I guess. But we still don't know where the... Well, okay, we'll check here for the Genis people, I guess.
We kind of guessed. Oh,
Well, that's-
wait.
isn't
is
that someone you know?
Nope.
Nope.
Who's in
That looks
here
a lot like the mayor.
Yeah.
He
Alright.
just took off his hat.
Nothing at
Not in
the
the museum.
Perhaps
Alright.
south, there's that little ice cream stand. Like up here?
Oh, there's
yeah,
a
there we
cutscene,
go.
apparently. Wow, look at the size of this crowd.
Yeah, this is the
Oh, I
official
see.
It's okay.
thingy.
I'm sure they'll let us wander more if we want.
It's because it's so warm out today. Anyone selling ice cream is sure to make a ton of mirror.
No, looking at all this kind of makes me want to eat everything they've got. Which reminds me, I made you a promise.
Hold that. Let's look around for Chloe. Well, what promise?
Why?
When we dressed up as maids in the castle, you were all sulky and pouty, and I said I'd buy you some ice cream.
Why do you remember the most trivial things? As I recall, I also made you a promise in that rest area.
Oh, yeah, I guess you did. Why don't we wait for the day to settle down a little bit first?
Bees?
Anyway, we can walk around some more, then go to the rest area behind those stores, and then I'll buy you some ice cream. Okay?
Okay.
I really like Estelle. God.
Estelle's great.
Like, it took me a little while to really get on to her character, but I'll be honest, she's really grown on me. I really like her a lot.
Yeah,
Estelle's actually the best, and she only gets better in the second game. I don't know where the fuck they'd be.
Well, you did have one other suggestion, which was, like, the north area, if there's a building before we get to the... Oh, it's the
No, yeah, maybe.
She's got to be around outside the castle based on what that maid told us.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let
Yeah,
me
I
just...
think it was that area you were just in, actually. Am I
Yeah,
stupid?
because there's nothing else around here.
Yeah, this is that bluish
Lodgings. I guess
building.
I don't think we've gone inside the hotel yet. Let's check this
Yeah.
out. Oh, okay. Nice,
Ah,
nice,
of
nice.
course.
This is literally everyone we were looking for.
Estelle, Joshua.
Oh, Chloe, there you are.
Yeah, I heard that Jill and Hans were here. So I sneaked out of the castle and came to see them.
Excuse me, you snuck out of the castle!
You sure do know how to act unprincessy.
Oh, but of course. And I wanted to thank you too. You've been nothing but helpful at every turn.
Us? Nah, it's totally all you. We've learned a whole bunch just from being around you. You've taught us all about kindness and courtesy and strength of spirit and all that other junk. Not that it's actually junk. Oh, I'm so bad at this. What I'm trying to say is, that's what friends do. So believe me, no thanks are necessary.
Oh, Estelle. I'm so glad to see you again.
Hey, Joshua!
Oh, was I him? I don't remember.
I think I was, though I could be wrong.
Okay.
I
No,
think
I-
you were too because I remember an accent.
Yeah.
Because I was Jill, so
Yeah.
yeah, I probably wouldn't have been Hans.
Hans! What brings you here?
What brings me here? What brings me here? All this time, and that's the first question out of your mouth? Do you know how lonely all my nights have been? Do you? I never forgot you, Joshua. I came running all this way to the capital to see you. But where's the princess outfit?
Still the same as ever, I see.
Damn
Sure.
straight. Looks like you've been through a lot. But you seem as full of energy as ever, thankfully. Next time you're in Rouen, be sure to stop by the school, okay?
Nope.
I'll be okay.
Estelle, Joshua!
Jill?
Yeah, not sure why you're surprised. Long time no see. I heard about your adventures from Chloe. Sounds like you guys have been busy. Ruby Knight Julius, indeed. Okay, bye.
Oh, nice to see you. It's been a long time. Since dinner.
Yeah. Wait, hang on.
Just 2 nights ago. Jill and Hans have come to the capital as school representatives.
All right,
okay.
good talk.
That's everybody, I guess. All right.
I think so.
Bye.
All right.
I mean, apparently we can talk to Olivier and Vander again, but I don't know where the fuck they are.
I don't know where they are, and that the same person has not offered further elaboration, so just gonna
Go and do it.
see. Yeah, so I think it's
Yeah,
this
it's either
thing
in
here.
the middle or you sit on the bench. Yeah.
Okay, finally made it to the rest area. You look pretty tired. Want to sit down and take a break for a little bit?
Let's stop and rest a bit. Oh, whew. Walking all over the place like that can really take it out of you.
Glad we can get off our feet for a minute then. For the moment, at least, Grand Cell seems like it's genuinely at peace.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was wrong. That person did comment again. Apparently what you get is Olivier says that the song Joshua plays on his harmonica, The Whereabouts of Light, is actually an Erebonian song. And that's what you get out of that.
Nice.
You really think so? I'm just glad that we can leave it all up to Dad and everyone else, at least for today. Of course, I really think it should be his responsibility to begin with, since he showed up so late.
Yeah, I suppose so. Maybe it's just a part of his nature.
Fuck that guy.
Oh well, it's not like we can do anything about it. But check us out! We're actually full bracers now.
Which means we're not beholden to any specific branch and we can go wherever we want.
Which we could already do, except we had to
Which we could already kinda
file
do.
paperwork every time.
Yeah. Anytime a branch is short-handed and requests help, we'll just take an airliner to get there. But our newfound freedom will also mean greater responsibilities.
Sure, but I think we'll be able to handle it. I mean, hey, we actually played a major part in stopping a coup. And it means I'll never have to hear Dad going on about how it worries him when you're not around to keep an eye on me.
Yeah, I think his days of saying that are at an end. You really showed him what you can do. Still, I think I'd like to stay with you from now on.
Huh?
Oh, would I just get on your nerves?
No, nothing like that. But what do you mean by stay with me?
Just that we know each other so well, we can practically read each other's minds. I think we make a good team, and I'd hate to break it up.
Oh, you mean like for bracer business? And here I was thinking you were going to tell me your big confession or something.
Estelle.
What?
Ah! Nothing! Forget I said anything!
Estelle, what was that all?
I love
Boy,
dumb baby
It
Estelle.
sure is hot out today, huh? And there's nothing to beat hot weather like ice cream, huh? My
I sure
treat.
am glad we're out here
Yeah.
and he's in there.
And he's in there and he's the sheriff! My treat, just like I promised, so you wait right here!
Oh. I don't think there's an ice cream stand over that way. I wonder if she... Nah, there's no way.
But I do envy you your youth sometimes.
Who's this?
Oh, of course. Duh. I'm a fool. Professor Alba?
Oh, it's been a long time since we last met, hasn't it? So much has happened lately, but things are finally settling down again. People truly thrive the most in peaceful times.
Please.
Oh, is something the matter? You look a bit pale. I would have thought you'd generally be in better spirits now that you've attained senior bracer status. Speaking of which, I truly must congratulate you on your success. So long as, of course, I'm not being too forward in doing so.
Ever since we first met, you always made me really uncomfortable. I'm a little more used to you now, but I still get the shakes a little bit whenever you look at me.
Oh?
And in all the cases we've dealt with, there have been people who just forget things. You're always there, investigating, no matter where we've gone. Your timing's almost a little too good. What really clued me in was Kurt's reaction. He lost his memories too. He said he wasn't feeling so well when he was in the stands. And you were right there with him. Professor Alba, was it you? Oh, he's facing forward now.
Oh no!
Turns to face the camera. Impressive. Even with your cognizance and recollection being puppeteered, you were still able to piece it all together. Indeed, it was I. Allow me to clear away your confusion.
No!
You're...
So, you finally remember me, do you? When your heart was in tatters, it was I who rebuilt it. I who restored it. It was I who poured a soul back into that empty vessel.
You have the power to twist the minds and memories of men. The 7 snake apostles. The Anguis. You're one of them. Wiseman the Faceless.
Ha! I've not heard that lips pass you. I've not heard those. Fuck, I ruined it. I've not heard that name pass your lips in ages. Enforcer number 13. The Black Fang, Joshua Astray.
What?
You were behind all of this! Which means that Lieutenant Lawrence has to be...
It is as you surmise. I was kind enough not to erase your memories of him. I'm not surprised you were able to make the connection so quickly. I'm sure he'd be pleased to know you were thinking of him.
So, you're here to finish me off?
No, nothing of the sort. The first phase of our plan went off without a hitch. Since I've a moment to spare, I simply thought I'd come to see you.
First phase? The seal in the old ruins.
The gate, which blocks the path to the ring. Wrenching it open was but the first step of many. And already there exists no means of closing it again.
I knew this wouldn't be the end of it. What the hell is the Shining Ring? And what is your little society after?
If you really wish to know, why don't you rejoin? I'm certain that you'd be able to return to active duty in no time. You needn't look so glum. We can get you back into fighting form. Please, spare me your withering looks. I do understand that you have a family now, whom you regard as important. You greatly admire your father, to say nothing of the girl you so adore. Even with him on our side, Throwing those gifts away would be the actions of an idiot. And so, I've come here to see you. I came to offer you true freedom from our association, as thanks for the integral role you so perfectly played. Which means that I must congratulate you, Joshua. You are already a free man. I am most grateful for the work that you've done over the past 5 years.
What?
Oh, don't be so boring. I was expecting a bit more cheer out of you at hearing such news. Perhaps there's a flaw in the design of your emotions.
I've been helping you? What kind of bullshit are you expecting me to swallow?
Oh, pardon me. I completely forgot to tell you. I never intended you to be an assassin, but rather a spy.
What?
The society abandoned you. We played on the pities of a noble-hearted man, and it worked. You were given a loving home. And while you were there, our contacts would check in on you from time to time, and you'd tell them everything. We were particularly interested in your reports on the movements of the Bracer Guild, as well as your intel on one Cassius Bright. And before you ask, yes, I do know him.
Yes! This is fucking
This
riveting.
man's the most powerful Trails character. He can remove your knowledge of Cassius Bright.
But, of course, you wouldn't remember having done such things as that. You were not yourself at the time. Cassius Bright, S-ranked bracer. He was the foremost impediment to the success of this plan. We felt certain he would be quick to act to stop in any coup d'etat that should occur. But through a detailed analysis of his behavioral patterns, we finally devised a plan that would lead him out of the country and out of our way. The intel you've unknowingly been feeding us has been most useful indeed.
No!
And so, I must thank you again. The past 5 years have been of inestimable help.
No! You're lying! You have to be lying! All that time I spent with Estelle.
Why are you so sad? Has your feigned ignorance not earned you a beloved family as well as a happy home? If you say nothing, they will never know. However, it is the sort of thing that might weigh heavily on a fellow. Since your fellow members of the Bright household are such good people. Perhaps a little too good for a monster such as yourself. However much you may model your behavior after a normal, decent person, you are no such thing. You must surely have noticed. Your ability to reason through and execute a solution to a problem, no matter the circumstances. Your physical strength and reflexes, better than an entire squadron of normal soldiers.
I would
You
say that. I missed a lot.
are my greatest creation. My human weapon. That is who and what you truly are. The Black Fang. You have no place in the lives of normal people. You'll never be happy in their presence again. You can't be. When it becomes too much for you, you are always welcome to return to the Grand Master's Society of Souls. Back to Ouroboros.
What the fuck?
Peace out, bitch.
I am fucking riveted.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Oh, this is the first Trails ending Mo has seen. They're
Yeah.
all like this.
Yeah, every single fucking time. this my punishment? My sister, Olivier. What do I do?
Estelle, that took a really long time.
It's a big line.
I don't know how to face him after all that. But I kept him waiting for way too long. It's getting late, too.
Oh my
Such
god,
a-
I fucking love this scene.
Such an idiot. I need to learn to think before I open my mouth. Wonder if Joshua's figured me out. Gotta cool down. I feel like I'm stuck in perma-blush mode. Ah, Estelle! I thought I might find you around here somewhere.
He steals one of her ice cream cones. Just wants it. God.
Hi,
Takes it and then drops it.
Takes it, smashes it against her face. Who did that?
Oh, hi, Professor Alba. Fancy seeing you here. Indeed. I was actually just speaking with Joshua. Congratulations on your promotion to senior bracer status. Thanks. Is something wrong? I don't know. Something just seems different about you. What's got you looking so cheerful? Okay, you've got me. To tell you the truth, I've made several major advances in my archaeological research. You might say that it's put me in a good mood. Hey, that's awesome! Oh, sorry, the ice cream's gonna melt, so I better get going. I'll see you later.
Die.
See, Cassius Bright's daughter. I think she's going to be quite a lot of fun.
Oh,
Hey,
God.
sorry it took so long. It was super crowded there, but I have returned with our valuable loot.
Cool. Thanks. Now we can eat like kings.
Yeah. So, about earlier.
Yeah. I want to apologize for that. I didn't mean to be so vague. It just wasn't an appropriate time for confessions, you know?
Oh, sure. I didn't really mind so much.
Well, when I gave it some more thought, it seemed kind of silly to try and rush things. We may be senior bracers now, but that just means we have different work to focus on. We might have to really consider our future prospects.
Right. We get married, we'll have to think about raising children.
Oh my fucking God.
Ah, I've got to stop getting so far ahead of myself!
Well, it's evening already, so why don't we eat our ice cream on the way back? Everyone's probably waiting for us.
Hey, Joshua?
What is it? Did you have something you wanted to discuss about the future?
No, what would give you that idea? Come on, let's get back to the castle.
Bees?
Oh, man.
Some kid sitting in the bushes during that whole scene like,
What the
fuck?
fuck?
What
the
I
fuck?
was just in there screaming.
What's wrong, Estelle? You've been completely on edge for a while now. Something on your mind?
Yeah. Hey, Shara? Did you think Joshua was acting weird at dinner?
Bees? If anyone was acting weird, I'd say it was you. He was as calm as he ever is.
Well, yeah, but...
I see, I get it.
Get what?
You can't keep secrets from me. I had a feeling about it, but I was wondering if you'd ever admit it to yourself. You're kind of falling for Joshua, aren't you?
You can tell?
It's pretty obvious. Sorry, hun. But I guess you haven't told him anything about this.
No. Joshua's always picking on me, telling me what a dope I am. Not that I should be criticizing anyone, I guess. I still have to learn to read, after all.
Yeah.
You're so naive. It's a wonder you we've lasted this long. You need to learn to look a little deeper. Oh God. Big sister's
You know,
ready
in this universe, that really has a disgusting.
Yeah, it really
It
does.
does.
God.
It's God. Big sister is ready to begin your education.
I'm never asking you for advice again.
What? I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I don't mean to tease. It's true. But you guys set out just when puberty was
I
about
think
to
puberty hits earlier than
has hit.
16.
Yeah.
Typically.
It's only logical that you start picking up on feelings for each other.
Oh, you think so? Traveling together just seems like such a petty reason for that kind of thing. I guess I've gotten a little more self-aware since we started all this. This isn't like me at all.
You're the proverbial flower that refuses to bloom, or to blossom. Every girl feels that way.
Shara.
I don't want to lecture you or talk about this with you if you're not ready.
So you see, when a mommy and a daddy love each other,
When a
See,
brother,
when a brother
Yeah.
and a sister,
But you see, when a mommy and a daddy love each other very much and have 2 children.
but if you are, then what say we have ourselves some girl talk? Would it help if I told your fortune?
Yeah, okay. I promise I'll listen to whatever you have to say.
Okay.
Bad idea.
All right. Time for your lesson, my protege. Oh, Estelle, big sister is moved to tears.
On second thought, never mind. But thank you. I do feel a little better. I'm gonna go see
Sarah.
Joshua for a little bit.
Oh. You're going to tell him?
Not about that. There really does seem to be something weird going on with him. I want to see what that's about first.
Oh. Well, you do seem to know him better than anyone else. I'm sure everything will turn out just fine between you two. Maybe you can even have a nice, calm discussion with him and be open about what's on your mind.
I don't think I'm quite that ready yet. Okay, I'll see you later.
Get it, girl. Why? Young love. They'll probably be fine.
drinks.
Could follow any Shara dialogue.
Ah, they're not here. Oh, yeah, Dad's still in some meeting, I think. Where's Joshua? Joshua? Oh, he's out playing somewhere then. Oh, I forgot they give you control for this bit. I'm gonna slow walk there. Are we
North. Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Man, this is some high. She's like, oh well, we'll get married. We'll have to think about what we'll do with kids. We won't ever have.
It's
to
on the
think
tier
about
below that, yeah.
You changing your last name. It's already the same. It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
God.
There he is.
There he is.
What?
South.
South.
Oh, yeah, there he is. Okay.
There it is.
Accurate amount of time it takes Estelle to perform echolocation.
Yeah.
He's playing on his little flute.
It's a harmonica. I learned how to play it when I was in prison. Hey, Estelle. Nice night, isn't it?
Yeah. There's that song again. The Whereabouts of Light.
I've lost a lot. But this song and this harmonica have always been with me. I've been thinking about why I play it.
Very quiet, Austin.
These?
Maybe it's a habit I should quit. I think I want to tell you what I was doing before I met you.
Joshua? Okay.
This may take a while. Do you mind?
Not at all. I'll listen to whatever you have to say.
Thank you. So it all started when, and then fucking Lawrence jumps over and grabs him and yanks him into the fucking sea.
Gotcha, bitch.
Once upon a time, there lived a little boy, all by himself. And then there was me. He was the timid sort, relying on the kindness of others without a single redeeming trait. He had people he cared about with him, so he was happy. He'd just go whole ham into a sandwich. It was nuts. But one day, something happened that broke his heart. He forgot how to speak, to feel, even to eat. All he could do was press that sandwich up against his lips, play the harmonica. No matter how hard his caretaker tried, nothing helped his heart to mend, and he grew weaker by the day. One day, a wandering magician appeared before the boy. "I will heal the boy's heart for you," he said.
In his trustworthy voice.
"Provided, of course, I am compensated." And so, the boy was given over into the magician's care.
I see no problems with this.
As he attempted to piece the broken heart back together, the magician found he could shape the boy's existence into anything he wished. And so, the boy's new heart became that of a murderer.
This is so edgy, I'm dying.
For 2 years, the boy killed every single day. Under the cover of night, he murdered dozens of soldiers. He was super cool. He slit the throat of a national cabinet minister who was under heavily armed guard. It was like, "Ka-ka, psha!" Sometimes he used explosives, which maimed and killed innocent bystanders. It was rad. At some point, he became regarded as something more than a mere killer. He was known as the Black Fang, and the name struck fear into the hearts of men, or at least the ones that knew it, which were almost nobody. One day, the magician gave the boy an assassination order. His target was a hero, a man who had protected his queen and nation from the threat of an invading northern country. He was a bracer who held a special rank shared only by 3 others in the entire land. But the target was too strong. He defeated the boy with all the ease of a tiger swatting at a playful cub. He was so powerful. Fuck. At that moment, some of the magician's servants showed up. Since the boy's face had been seen, he was a loose end that had to be tied up. Someone came to his aid and drove the attackers away. It was, of course, the man he had come to kill. So, the boy was taken to the man's house, where he met a young girl. He lived there for 5 years, always feeling like he was lost in some wonderful dream. In the real world, he would never be allowed to have such dreams. But all dreams must end at some point. The time was drawing near when reality could be avoided no longer. And that's the end of my story. Thank you for being patient with me, listening.
Was all that real?
Every syllable. My heart is broken. My hands will always be stained with blood. I failed in the assassination of your father. I've been betraying you for a long time. The boy can't be saved from his real purpose. His presence alone seems to bring disaster and misery. He's just tainted. But the boy set out on a journey in hopes that he may keep his misfortune hearts from the ones he holds dear. He will find and stop the foul magician who created the life he has led.
What?
That's the last remnant of my human heart. I won't be needing it anymore, but I want you to take it. It's hardly an adequate way to thank you for the last 5 years. Yet, I can't think of anything better. What?
I said stop it! Stop talking about it like it's a dream. You make it sound like nothing that's happened was even real to you. What difference does the past make? Your heart is broken? What does that even mean?
Estelle.
Look at me. Look into my eyes. They've always seen that boy. In good times and bad. No matter how much the boy was hurting, I always saw how hard he'd keep holding on. Joshua, I love you!
Bees!
You can't just leave me on my own! My feelings won't just go away when you do! I won't let you!
Hell yeah, keep your man.
Estelle.
Huh? Oh. Joshua. What was that? It's so bitter.
It's just a fast-acting sedative.
Oh no, he's facing forward. Oh no.
Don't worry. There are no side effects.
Why? Why did you?
My Estelle, you shine like the sun. My time with you was the happiest and the most painful I've ever known. Just as the brightest light casts the darkest shadow. If you stayed with me, you'd find out just how disgusting my true nature is. Sometimes I think it would have been better if we'd never met.
Oh.
But this time is different. I'm grateful that you came to see me. I hate that I have to run from a girl who's so important to me, but it's all I can do. But I want you to know that I'll always be thinking of you.
Joshua. Joshua.
Thank you for everything. You had me from the first moment I met you. I've always loved you.
No!
Goodbye, Estelle.
Bruh.
The end!
Bruh. Are you fucking kidding me? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's a really good ending.
Joshua Sasuke, are you fucking kidding
Yeah,
me?
look at him! Of course he is!
So, genuinely, one of the best parts of Estelle is that her unique JRPG character trait is that everybody in the second game is just like, here's the reason I'm dark and twisted and a villain. And she's just going, no, stop that. And hitting them with a newspaper. And it's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I remember when I finished this game, I was like kind of planning to like not play the sequel for a couple months, and I finished this, I was like, guess I gotta buy that immediately and start playing it tomorrow.
Yeah.
I am...
God, I wish the art style wasn't bad.
Yeah. It was along the lines of what I was expecting it to be.
So go ahead.
I was surprised by Alba, but also kind of not really.
It was like once he walked up, I was like, oh, I see what's happening here. Like the second he came into frame, you can even hear me go, oh.
Yeah, no, you were like, oh, okay.
I think you literally were like, oh, how did I not? Damn it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, after you've already played a Trails game, it's like, come on, who the fuck is it gonna be?
Who the fuck is it gonna be? Yeah, exactly.
That, like, it's like that one image of the cat knocking over the onions of who knocked over my onions? Who's gonna be my Trails twist this time?
Yeah.
You!
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So I didn't play this unspoiled, but that still hit me really hard. Can you fucking imagine playing this game first without having played any other ones? So you don't know that shit, you have, well, yeah, I mean, you can, obviously, but like, however hard that hits, if you, like, have played 5 other Trails games and you're expecting something like this, you go into this game completely blind, just like,
I mean,
what the goddamn shit is happening?
I played Cold Steel the first time. I played that blind-ish.
Yeah, but Cold Steel's ending is surprising and bad.
Yeah, it's like, I liked the part of it that is surprising.
Yeah, like, almost every Trails game ends with a surprise, I'm a snake cultist, and like, I like that aspect of Cold Steel 1's ending. The rest is all bad, though. But yeah, no, I've been waiting this whole time to see Austin's reaction, but I'm actually really, really happy Mo was here, because Mo had the way more, like, I have no concept of what a Trails finale looks like. What the fuck reaction?
Yeah, I was waiting for a Trails ending, and once it started, I was like, "Oh boy, here we go." But yeah, it ended up being kind of what I was suspecting. I definitely expected that Joshua was going to Sasuke, and just run off to hang out with Orochimaru, and so. I was like, yeah, no, that happened pretty much according to what I expected. And
but at least, unlike Naruto, where it's like, unlike that, where it's like, I'm gonna run off betraying literally everyone to hang out with the main bad guy for what revenge or whatever. Yeah. In this one, it's at least, I'm gonna go kill Orochimaru, and it's too dangerous for me to have you with me.
Exactly.
So Mo, we've made jokes about this the whole time, but like, where do you stand on the sibling relationship in this game? Like, does it work for you by the end?
So for me, if it's Japanese media, I tend to give it a bit of like leeway, because I know they tend to be way cooler with that shit. And so I'm like, okay, it's pretty weird. But by the end there, I'm like, I don't even care.
Yeah,
I'm like, they love each other, man.
It's so hard to be like, I swear, like, J-Man phrased it well, because they tried out at a different level, pull that shit multiple times in the Cold Steel games, and
it's
one of
always
J-Man's
just bad.
It's just bad. J-Man's character rating for one character was, I gave this series the sibling pass once. I will not do it again. And it's like the first game does it so well to the point like that, like 50% of the way through, I'm a sucker for romance, but I was like, oh, does Estelle like Joshua? That's a little weird, but I like both of them, so I'll give the Japanese pass. And then like 75% of the way through the game, I was like, oh god, do I actually ship this? Is this working? And then at the end, I'm like, no, I really want them to kiss.
Yeah.
No, that really tugged my heart at the end.
Yeah, no, they earned it.
The thing that makes it work okay for me is that I feel like by the middle of this game, like by the time like Ruan happens and like Estelle is talking to catty schoolgirls about it, it like they've kind of come around to the notion that the whole like, no, I see him like a brother thing is like kind of already denialism on her part. And she probably hasn't seen him that way for a while, but she's just like locked into that mode because she's a dumbass. So for me, it worked okay because the actual like, no, we're like brother and sister gets steadily de-emphasized and exposed as kind of like a, no, I don't think that's been the case.
Yeah, this I'm gonna say some stuff about the third game because I imagine we have no interest in playing that one since it's just a giant dungeon with some cutscenes in it, and it's best played through watching it on YouTube. Um, but one of the doors in that game shows Joshua and Estelle growing up together and their dynamic, and it's so fucking cute. Like it's so like it's very much like kids next door who live in the same house kind of relationship right away. And it's like, oh no, this absolutely works. It's wild to think like I don't know if it is. I haven't verified this. It's wild to think the same team pulled it off to this degree and then was like, let's write Elise Schwarzer. And then starting in the third Cold Steel game, let's retroactively try and ruin as much we can a different relationship.
So do you feel like the director or whoever put together the story for this game really was like, I'm gonna pull it off, and when he pulled it off and everyone was cool, he was like, I'm gonna keep doing it 'cause I love this shit.
I think the director, like the story director of this game, has a fetish, and
Yeah, it's very clear.
and there's nothing more or less to it than they have a brother-sister incest fetish. They got away with it once by virtue of the Sky games being the best written games in the series, and then they've tried to replicate that success to continually gratify their fetish with limited success in terms of how remotely okay it is for a Western audience, at least.
Yeah.
He was like, look, I went 2 whole games without making a big deal out of it. I earned Elise Schwarzer.
Yeah. It's like, I don't think you did. Get her the hell out.
Not at all.
I legitimately, after I finished Cold Steel 2, I messaged Jay and I said, okay, you're about to play 3, right? And he said, yeah. And I was like, and then he immediately played 4. And I went, okay. Though I guess I only told him this for 3. It was like, please send me a message when Elise Schwarzer dies, and that is what triggers Reen turning into a stupid, another Sasuke. Because, please, I just need to know that happens. And
I just need to know that Elise Schwarzer is packed away beneath the cold, damp earth.
Because it would work. It would work in every direction to kill her off, and then have Alphine be like, "Oh no, oh darn, the beard I've been wearing for my weird own projection, for my weird own projection of my non-incestuous infatuation with Wayne Schwarzer is gone, and I'm a good and important and interesting character." And Elise, who existed to just be a stepsister fetish, is dead now. Oh no, what a shame. And I was like, Jay, let me know when that happens. And then he was like, guys, I finished Cold Steel 3. And I DM'd him and I was like, so I noticed that you didn't send me a message about Elise. And he just responds with a smile and then an upside down smile. It's like, I'm sorry. Yeah.
So does Sasuke predate Joshua, or does Joshua predate?
Yeah, no, Naruto's 90s. Naruto started in the 90s.
Yeah, it started in the 90s. It was definitely still, it was still in the first half of its run when this game was in development, but that Sasuke definitely existed as a concept. I don't know where in the plot they were, but yeah.
Yeah, I like that even Austin, who Austin was clearly enjoying that ending, but just reading the Joshua lines, you kind of have to smirk out loud at them, just oh my god, shut the fuck up. And then which is
there were explosions and it was all fucking cool.
That's why Estelle is so good, because she's literally shut the fuck up in universe. And I cannot stress enough that she never stops doing that. It just becomes more and more of her character. Just no, whack, 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 which is why I'm excited for Cold Steel 4, because at some point she's in it and she's gonna have to meet Reen. And I think
I hope her reaction is just you.
Yeah, no, because playing Cold Steel 1, I was like, man, I wish Estelle Bright would come into this fucking class and whack them all with a stick until they all shut the fuck up and stop being annoying.
Yeah, no, she has a powerful... Even though she ends up in the midst of some anime bullshit in this game, her greatest superpower in the second game is the anime bullshit neutralization field.
Yeah.
That's her
it's really good.
Oh, I wanted to address a comment from chat. Vindelstock says, regardless of how the player feels, the behavior of the adults in this game is inexcusable. Yeah. Yeah. All the adults who are like, hey, no, you know, you can hook up with Joshua. That's like, I think that's like part of the author's fetish. He likes having characters comment on
validate him. So here's the thing. I didn't like that in this game, and most of it was like, well, Olivier's a weird foppy Grossman, and like I like him apart from that. So I'm gonna give a pass for him because I like it when he's being a weird, cool spy. And then Shara, I was just like, I just hate you already, so this just compounds hate, and I can compartmentalize it as, man, fuck Sherazade. And especially now looking back on it, it's like, yeah, I wish that wasn't in the first game, and it's weird. The joke I always make is that like Liberal's not good about it, but Erebonia collectively has inherited the stepsister fetish, where like anytime that Elise and Reen are on screen, literally like everyone Reen knows is just like, I can't believe how dense he is. Why isn't he fucking his stepsister? And they like openly bully him about it.
Yeah.
Even the characters you like, even fucking Elliot, who's just like a boring smiley face that plays a violin. It's like, oh god, like when you win a battle as Elliot, his default is just like, oh gosh, I don't know about this. The way I phrased it when I played it the first time to Jay was, I'm embarrassed to be alive. And even he, when like Reen is just like, I'm not actively trying to fuck my stepsister, and Elise is kind of like low-key upset, and everyone else is like, we see what's going on. Even Elliot's like, you need to be more considerate, Reen. Have you considered incest? And it's like, what is happening? What is going on? The only time in the Cold Steel games where I was like, at least I'm amused by this, is actually Elliot again in the third game. Because Reen's gimmick is that he's like, I'm a human doormat and will do everyone's laundry for them to the point it destroys my body and soul. He like flips on a dime when stuff is about his sister in that like cartoon, like no
He's
one
like,
goes
"I'm
near
gonna
my
kill
daughter.
you, bruh."
Like no one goes near my daughter, shotgun, like farmer on a stoop, kind of like protective. And it's not out of weird jealousy. He's just like, I don't want anyone gross dating my little sister. Hashtag I don't want anyone dating my little sister. And he does that once and says something along the lines of it's just like, he says something like, it's not bad to be super protective of your sister. It's just a brotherly love thing. And Elliot just goes, I don't know how I'm supposed to take that coming from you.
Knocks the air out of you.
So I wanted to ask Austin. I mean Mo also, because you had a fresh perspective on just this game with no other context from the series. Just what you thought of this in the end. What'd you like? What'd you not like? How does it stack up?
Go ahead, Mo. Okay. So I've had the benefit of playing Cold Steel, and so I think the general system is unacceptable. I love the potato baby art. That is just
you mean the models in game, not the art style,
that's correct.
right? Okay.
Yes, the potato baby sprites.
The Ogre Battle 64 sprites.
Yes, the Harvest Moon Friends of Mineral Town setup, and so that is one of the things that I really like. It hits a very specific style of nostalgia for me that I like a lot. I adore Estelle. Joshua, I've come around on. He did not have a solid first impression on me because I did not understand his character. Because he has that one moment early on in the game where he's just like, I'm a fucking monster and everybody hates me and they should. And whoa,
okay,
whoa, all right. And I was like, oh, okay, I guess he is a Sasuke. That's weird. I didn't really I got visually, I got that impression from him immediately, and so that's what I expected. But he's been mostly like polite and well mannered so far, and now he's doing this shit. Okay, he's a Sasuke. I hate him. But I have come around on Joshua as well. It was nice seeing Tita as a baby. Because she shows up in the later games. And then Agate 2, even though Agate sucks.
Agate's so fucking bad in this game.
Agate is like remarkably awful in this game, which is so. Oh, by the way, in the second game at the start, I remember like just flailing in agony because at the beginning it's like, Estelle, who do you want your new companion to be for the first 60% of this game? You can pick Agate or Shara. And I was like, oh God! And I picked Agate, which is the right decision by a wide margin.
I was thinking about it the other night. I was like, oh man, when we get to second chapter, I was like, well, you know, I did pick Agate on my first run, so on this,
you should pick Agate.
Well, I was hang on, let me finish. I thought to myself, I was thinking out loud, well, you know, I did pick Agate the first time I played this game, so I guess this time I should pick Agate.
Yeah, no, I was like, man, how do I pitch to Aram he should pick Agate and not make it sound like it's because I'm voicing Agate and we'll get more screen time. I just like, I know what plot Shara has in that game and it's bad. And I know what plot Agate has in that game and it's like actually makes me cry levels of good.
Yeah. And so I think it's good. I like the Trail series, and this is a pretty good one. I think it definitely has a super solid ending. Big fan.
It also orders its ending right, where you deal with all the Richard shit and you're like, what, that's it? That's fucking that's piss, that's lame. And then it actually like leaves you with cool shit and the emotional through line, which is more interesting, and that's great. And then they're like, what if we do that but bad for the rest of our games?
Yeah, my thought on is I love the characters, I love the story. I would never be able to get through a game like this, combat wise, like gameplay wise. I just don't have the like patience for it.
Yeah, it's
I'm
a
glad
big
I watched you do it.
it's a big shame that the Cold Steel games, like for all my faults of them, they are fun as hell. Like Cold Steel, I think just flat out is the most fun combat in an RPG I've ever played. It's just silly and stupid, and you feel strong the whole game.
It's not terribly different from this. It's just like the movement is all stuff that makes more sense. You are playing on the grid, but it is less of a like, I don't know. It just, everything feels better, and
well, for one thing, they change orbments. So instead of being like, which orbments do you have? Do you have enough fire ones to unlock this spell? No, fuck you. It's just, do you want this spell? Equip it.
Yeah, no, I was gonna say in response to Mo's, like, I could never play this game. That is fair, and the gameplay does get iteratively better in each successive game, but I don't think it gets good until Cold Steel. Even in the
Which is a shame, because that's when the writing stops being good.
No. Even in the second Crossbell game, which is the last game they made on the Potato Baby system, so it was the last one before Cold Steel 1, even that game, in which they introduce Master Quartz, keeps the, like, oh, you just get a shit ton of arts thing, and, like, there are definitely ways in which it's better, but the biggest jump is going to Cold Steel, and yes, it is a shame, because that's also the biggest collapse in terms of quality of storytelling, yeah.
There are parts in Cold Steel that I really enjoy, like, in both of the first games, I really liked the Plains chapter, which I could see hating, but I was just because of the openness of it. That part is kind of annoying, but like everything that's going on during those parts, I was always like very interested in, and I ended up enjoying like just riding my horse through the giant plains, listening to the whistly music.
Yeah, that area is good. I think there's two things that I like better about the story, even compared to Crossbell, which does have a good story, better than Cold Steel. even compared to just Crossbell, the reason I like Sky's story the most is there's sort of two, and they're distinct but related. One is it does have plenty of like, oh, we're doing this trope, but there's more like, oh, we're doing this trope from RPGs and less from anime. There's less anime bullshit total in this game. There's way less compared to like every game starting in Ao no Kiseki is just like wall to wall anime bullshit. Like, you know, like it's like, oh man, what's the first thing that causes disharmony between characters in this game? And it's like, it is a little anime. You know, it's Joshua being like, I really think we ought to like kill these monsters, and Estelle being like, nah, let them live. And it's like, you know, and then they talk about it like humans and are like, okay, yeah, we'll move on. You know, we've learned a little about each other and we've had a good scene, and now we're moving on. And it's like, okay, well, what's the first thing that causes disharmony between characters in Cold Steel 1? Ooh woo, you fell on me, you pervert, slap.
And you touched my boobs.
The worst part of that is that they already did their meet cute outside the train station, and I out loud said, oh, cute, obviously secretly rich blonde girl is going to be our main love interest. And she's like, our new school seems neat. I'm nervous. Me too. And I was like, great, they're humans. And I out loud said, at least they're not doing that stupid anime shit. And then the first room they're into together, they fall in a pit. And she's like, yeah, I fell on you, and this makes you a pervert. And then it's a problem for like 2 weeks. And
yeah,
then
no, it's fucking
it's not even
unacceptable.
resolved by like player input. They just go, that was dumb of us to make this a problem. And Reed's like, yes.
Yes.
And then that's one of the reasons I was like, all right, Cold Steel 3, I'll give you one chance, because at the start, Yuna and Kurt do the same thing.
Yeah.
And Kurt gets up and is just like, in his stupid robot voice, I understand why this might upset you. I don't agree with you, but if you need to slap me to relieve your rage, that is acceptable, so we can move on. And she's like, no, now I don't even want to. And then they're over it in like 2 minutes, and I'm like, is this actively making fun of Cold Steel 1? Because like,
You think you get a redo, my man?
like, I was like, I mean, I guess I'm here for them making fun of Cold Steel 1. I hate that game.
The other thing besides like less anime bullshit is, and it's like closely related to less anime bullshit, but the biggest thing that struck me as I've been playing Cold Steel 3, which I've mostly been enjoying, is, wow, there are way too many characters who still are like in this story to some capacity. There's entire, like, there's so many, we've got them sorted into groups, and there's still
guess how many
too many
party members. Guess how many party members there are in Cold Steel 3.
I'm going to go out and say like 12, like
25.
Oh, so like a public school classroom.
So there's just, and I'm not even just thinking of playable characters, but by the time you get to 3, they're referencing characters from like 6 past games, even sorting them into subgroups. There's too many different subgroups of people involved. There's and like, when you go back to Sky, it is such a breath of fresh air. It's like, okay, there's the party, there's like 2 to 3 relevant NPCs per town, and they are mostly not relevant outside of their chapter, and there's a small handful of NPCs who are relevant throughout the game. You've got Alba, you've got Richard, you've got like Richard and Amalthea, a little bit General Morgan, a little bit Cassius Bright, but both of them are barely on screen. Like, for the most part, it's just people in Liberl resolving this issue, and people don't just show up with no explanation, and almost
Cassius Bright.
But that's the thing. By the time of Cold Steel 3, there's so many Cassius Bright tier characters running around. It starts to be like, well, why aren't they resolving all the problems? Like, where the fuck is Guy X from Game Y? Why isn't he doing something about it?
Like, your school nurse.
Not only
112, and I'm also the greatest sniper that the world has ever seen.
So, like, not only are there too many characters, but the power ceiling is like wildly unacceptable by the point of those games. And Another thing that they were like, we nailed it. Like, so many faults of Cold Steel, I look at and go, did you like think you nailed this so well on Sky, which you did, that you were like, I'm gonna do this again, but more, and ruin everything. And because like Sky 2's format is literally just like, who are the bad guys and how do we stop them? And then you fight each of them like one time, and they're like, okay, you're fucking Estelle Bright. You're like barely a normal bracer. These are super secret evil organization bad guys. So they stomped you, and it's like, oh my god, these guys are so strong. And then you get to the ending, and like with your full party, it's like, okay, yeah, we've got our good strong group. And then you fight like the main one. It's like, whoa, this character is exactly as hard to beat as they like bigged them up to be. That's really cool. And then they just are remarkably bad at it in Cold Steel, where because you're like, the combat is so fun and so powerful, and like it leans you so hard into just making these unbeatable gods in your party that it'll throw you into these boss fights and be like, can you possibly defeat this snake cultist who's on fire? He's unbelievably strong. And then you'll like beat him in one turn, and it'll cut to the cutscene, and everyone will be like, my god, he's so tough. And it's like, dude, I didn't take a single point of damage. What are you talking about? And then inevitably they'll be like, yeah, okay, I guess I can show you 3% of my power. Whoa! And then you get your ass kicked, and you are not allowed to have a single victory in all of Cold Steel 1, 2, and 3. You play a card game against a bad guy, and you can't even win the card game. Austin, I am delighted to hear that you are as mad about that as I was.
That's fucking... I was like, that was the point where I was like, god damn it, I've had it with this shit.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You can't give me anything.
You literally beat this character who is like a cool enough dude that it makes total sense he would bet information on a card game, even though he's like Cassius Bright level strong or whatever. It's just like, yeah, sure, we'll play some Yu-Gi-Oh! And if you win, I'll tell you a little bit about what's going on. It'll be fun. And then like there's this big long cutscene of like, God, we're almost losing this card game. And then your party members come in and they're like, we're actually very good at this card game. And like they get you to the final card game round. It's like, okay, player, now you have to do it. And it's like adequately challenging. And the card game is fun. And then afterwards, it's like, phew, I barely beat him at that card game.
For some
Like,
reason,
literally.
playing a card game has caused me to become severely injured.
And then it's like, here you go, pussycats. Here's your information. That was pretty fun. And then he puts down his hand, and it's like all 5 pieces of Exodia. He managed to almost defeat us. Or wait, he could have defeated us, but he didn't. It's like, fuck you.
Cards. His card hand is so ripped.
It's so it'll probably, like, this will be a conversation we can have more context for after second chapter, but yes, in my opinion, in Sky is like the only time they do a decent job of bigging up the bad guys and then letting you actually beat them at a moment in the story where it's dramatically appropriate, and that victory is not diminished or taken away from you. You just get to beat them, and it's great, and it makes playing the later games all the more frustrating.
The ending of Sky 2 is like, the whole end game is so satisfying and so good and so final, and you're like, wow, everyone had a good arc. We beat all the bad guys. It still leaves this universe open to more stories, but this was extremely satisfying, and it's done, and it was great. And also like the pacing of the storytelling in these games is good. And in fucking, so I guess for Mo's benefit, if she's even still listening, since we're just bitching about these games, like legitimately the company making this game was like, we have this story we want to tell. And they were like, we don't have enough money, like, to reasonably do this, like, whole build up for Joshua and then have him break off halfway through the game and then do this other shit. We can't do it in one game for the PSP in 2003. So they split it into 2 games, which is why I think Richard is kind of a limp dick finale, but like, it's fine because he doesn't matter in the end. And it's just like, he's just a stepping stone to what's really going on. And that's fine. And it works great. The thing that the first games do great, that Cold Steel does like unforgivably bad, is that like you know how Estelle and Joshua will be like, eventually I'll tell you my past. Okay, we'll set respectable boundaries for each other and talk about it. And then they're like, gonna. And then Joshua gives you the information at like a reasonable time that they've previously discussed. And like, you know, they don't like, there's none of that like, oh, who could the secret princess be? Like, it's just Chloe. Like, like the player pretty much knows, and then everyone else knows. And then it's funny because Estelle doesn't know, and that's the joke. But in Cold Steel 1, okay, like literally, I am of the opinion Cold Steel 1 and 2 are skippable. And Cold Steel 1 is completely skippable, like to the point where the plot doesn't even, the first sentence of the plot doesn't start until the last hour of the game. And there is a character who is just a witch, straight up a witch, who clearly knows what the plot is. And she's my least favorite character because in the first game, Reen fucking Schwarzer does this thing that I hate where he'll be like, he is like a martial arts swordsman, and it's like there's this thing called the unclouded eye, which lets me kind of just read past people's bullshit. So he's always aware that they have some shit TM going on, but refuses to engage with it to the point it's as frustrating as possible, where he'll be like, wow, Emma, you know, I've kind of noticed you've been doing magic the whole game. And she's just like, and he's like, that's okay. You don't have to tell me about the magic. And like, he doesn't even say magic. He's just like, your special powers. And she's like, okay, want to watch me light a candle using a finger snap? And he's just like, that's neat. Thank you for sharing that with me. Don't feel pressured to say anything else. And he does that all the time. It actually fucks him over once in the third game, which I really like. It should fuck him over more. And then at the end of the second game, at the end of the first game, Emma's like, I was a witch guiding Reen to do this specific thing, and I'm kind of the tie-in for the main plot, but it never came out. Don't worry about it. And then when you finally meet up with Emma again in the second game, when it's like, okay, Emma, let me know everything that's been going on. She's just like, actually, I only know like 2 sentences of things, and you already figured them out by this point in the game, so I'm just a completely functionless character. Hee-hoo, Peanut! And
my cat is more useful than I am.
I hate Emma. I hate Emma so much. She shouldn't exist.
That was a rant that came from the soul.
I have so many opinions about Cold Steel.
And so yeah, we are that is gonna conclude this game. We are gonna come back next week. I think we're gonna look at doing a quick little playthrough of I think we're gonna go with Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, because that's not a very long game. We could probably finish that in like 5 sessions.
You could probably finish it in less than 5 if you put in some mods.
Well, I mean,
I think this is the teaser for second chapter that they stuffed at the end of the game, if I'm not mistaken, based on something that I saw earlier.
Man, they added the fucking teaser.
This might just straight up be the intro to second chapter, like its anime opening. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, wow.
Leaving his harmonica with Estelle, Joshua vanishes into the fading light. Estelle sets out on a new journey to bring him home.
That's right, it's me, Cassius Bright.
Faint tolling of a distant bell.
Is that what the ornament looks like?
I guess
indicates the
that's
dawn
the
of
plan.
It's
got a big eyeball on it.
a time of conspiracy and calamity.
I love how they're like, we literally can't show you anything. It's all in-game spoilers.
More trials await the men and women of the Liberal Kingdom. New journeys. Here's some concept art.
New outfits.
Special characters.
Wait, is that just Joshua's outfit, but his sleeves were gone?
You'll see.
Yeah, more or less.
I'm losing my fucking mind.
One epic adventure. Oh, another great thing about the second game, Cassius Bright is not in like 95%.
I mean, he's
of it.
not in
just,
95% of this game.
Yeah, but like in the other game, he's not even in Liberal. In this game, he's just like, yeah, I'm not gonna be involved, which is great. Also, there's actual airships in this game.
You'll have to wait to pull those out until the second game.
Hey, bitches.
Also, I guess you've canonized us pronouncing his name as Luve.
Yeah.
I mean, I
like it
guess
better.
we'll
It
live
sounds
with it.
better.
We lived with Hamel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luve is worse to me because Lo is a name and
Yeah.
it is spelled that way, but okay. Luve. Yeah. Thanks for playing that game, Aaron.
Yeah,
well,
thank you for doing that for me, because I would have never.
Yeah.
I mean,
Same.
I had a good time, and
I did too.
yeah, I'll look forward to letting Austin take the reins for a while, and I think it's pretty much a foregone conclusion. At some point, we will indeed revisit the second chapter, because you can't.
I don't want to wait too long because
Yeah.
I am interested to see where it goes from here. And so
Yeah.
it'll probably be like right after Bloodlines. So come hang out next week.
All right. Well, it's been a blast. Thanks, Austin and Jello and Mo, for coming along with me and doing some serious ranging to very silly voices.
Yeah.
Oh, someone did ask in chat, are you going to keep Agate's voice even though he actually becomes a character? My plan for that was that I was going to start him with the same level of affectation, and as they actually wrote him, I was going to keep the voice but make it less like 90s dub.
Until he's
All right,
representing
Until he's
Yeah.
speaking like with normal inflection but still sounds like this.
Yeah.
All right.
You have to earn being a character in this world.
Sorry, Emma.
Sorry, Shay.
Shea, the most pivotal character. All right. Well, thanks to all my, I was going to say fellow players. You know what? Sure. Well, we'll say fellow players.
Yeah.
Close enough.
I did enough backseat bitching.
Thanks to all my hecklers, looks at Jello. and thanks to everyone who came to watch. We actually had like 45 people tonight, maybe because it was the finale. But yeah, no, it's been really gratifying to see people engaging with this. It's a great story, and we will be back sooner than you might think for the second chapter. Say goodbye to chat, everybody.
Goodbye.
Toodles.